This is Bruce Buffer, and this
Bruce Buffer's coming on Wednesday night.
is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for the MMA Holes.
Mixed martial a-holes. MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes. You like to be a mixed martial a-hole. MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes.
No way.
From the Aunt and Uncle Studios of Arizona, UFC 257 recap. Conor McGregor gets knocked out and memed. Chandler with a huge win. Big mega card, big mega show with the MMA Holes. Yeah, wonderful, wonderful.
You want that to be it?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Hope everyone is wonderful, wonderful in the chat. Yeah, I do want.
That's gonna go out to them.
Yeah, why? That's what I want. That's what I want. Jesse goes, we're gonna have a new media kit with a new picture. So in the intro, make sure you're ready, you're fired up. So I did that.
Smile at the camera,
and you brought. I did that. You brought your grandmother's fucking sweater, and you. It's gonna be a great media kit.
It's
it's
not a sweater. It's a long sleeve
Come sign with the MMA Holes, psychopath and grandma sweater. All right, here we go. We have a party tonight. Hopefully everyone is wonderful, wonderful. And I'm not too wonderful, of course, because my boy lost. Conor lost. He got fooked up, and I got sound coming out of the wrong ear. Damn it, it's doing it again, Jesse. It's coming out of one headphone. I got to deal with it. All right, yeah, Conor got memed, completely memed on Saturday night. A lot of things to talk about. A lot of people are going to say I'm going to make excuses. Maybe I am. Maybe I am not. I don't know. You got to tune in and find out. But Dustin Poirier did something spectacular.
Yes.
Michael Chandler did something spectacular. What a 1-2 punch. Co-main and main event.
Yes, sir.
Ah, that's why. What do you think?
I said on the night of, I was shocked. And well, let me start with Michael Chandler. I have a whole newfound respect for the guy that I honestly never thought would develop. I really was like very anti-Chandler going into this card, and he completely silenced me on that one. So I have a newfound respect for Michael Chandler. And when it comes to Dustin Poirier, I mean, that was probably the most shocking thing of the night. I expected if Dustin were going to win, that it would have been by submission or decision. I never expected in a million years for him to knock out Conor McGregor. So it was, it was nuts.
There lies the shock, the knockout. There lies, not like Dustin's incapable of knocking people out. He's done it. He's pretty much his whole career. He's found ways to do it. It's just Conor McGregor's never been knocked out. There's a reason. It's not like Dustin went in there and pieced him up with his fists. That's not what happened. He literally chopped his leg down, and the calf kick, fantastic game plan. McGregor's like, where's that coming from? By the time the second round hit, Conor couldn't really stand much anymore. He tried to go forward, and Dustin just basically chopped him down and then pieced him up. It was a brilliant fight plan by Dustin Poirier, and hats off to Dustin. I'm just going to say this right now to the people jumping in or watching the replay. Unfortunately, I would like to sit here and just keep on patting Dustin on the back, but that's not going to be the case. The case is going to be this, because I'm going to say what I'm going to say about Conor.
Uh-oh.
The people in the chat are going to say what they want to say about Conor.
Yeah.
And basically, all we're talking about is Conor McGregor, right? I mean, it's kind of crazy.
Although we should be talking about Michael Chandler coming up as well.
Oh, no. We will be talking about that as well. But why are we not... Well, I know the answer to this. I'm just going to ask you the question. Why do you think we're not talking about Dustin Poirier as much as we should be?
Honestly, there's a couple of reasons. One of which is because I think a lot of people expected Conor to come in and win because the UFC and Dana White wanted that. And usually what the UFC and Dana White want, they get. So I think everyone, even if you picked Dustin Poirier to win the fight, I think everyone knew that what the UFC wanted was Conor McGregor. So I think that's part of the reason why we're only talking about Conor and not Dustin, because everyone was like, you know, all high on Conor or not high on Conor if you didn't pick him. But nobody thought about what if Dustin actually does win. Nobody thought about what we were going to be talking about then. And I think that's why everyone's got their tongues tied now, because what do we talk about now? Like, what happens to Dustin Poirier? And everyone's wondering what's happening to Conor McGregor.
Look in the chat. Get off Conor's nuts. Conor sucks. Conor this, Conor that. Even the people that hate Conor still want to talk about him. Like, they could have said in the chat right now.
They could have said anything about Dustin Poirier.
Yeah, they could have been, Dustin did great. We should be giving him credit. High five, Dustin. Instead, the people that quote-unquote hate Conor are bringing him up in the chat, and here lies the problem. The problem is, Jesse, it's not the Conor lovers, because we're sitting here tonight with our head down. It's the dysfunctional Conor haters. They won't even give Dustin the proper respect he deserves.
Yeah.
It is unbelievable. Dana White inside the octagon looked miserable. he looked fucking miserable. Yeah, Dana, can you cover it up a little bit better? You know, can you just say, hey, listen, congratulations. He goes into the press conference, same thing, miserable face. It's like, dude, pretend.
I wonder, though, if another factor as to why we're not speaking about Poirier as much is because of the way Poirier handled the win.
100%.
Poirier did not... It wasn't like a rub it in your face kind of win. He didn't seem proud of himself. He didn't seem excited that he beat Conor McGregor. It was actually kind of weird. He actually seemed disappointed to have won the fight. Like it felt that there was a lot more disappointment than accomplishment. And it was just like, I don't know. It was such a weird thing to see from a fighter, especially if you beat Conor McGregor. You would expect that opponent to be hyped up, and Dustin Poirier did not handle it, I think, in any way that anybody had expected him to. Well,
he's a class act, right? Dustin Poirier is a complete class act. He's not going to be a nanny poo poo. Yeah. Although he did do that in the cage, and I like that. I kind of like Dustin Poirier, like when he would hit me, making that face and shit. I'm into that. I like that Dustin Poirier. Yeah. When he's in the cage, he feels at home. He feels comfortable. But at the press conference, he was alluding to the fact that he doesn't even know if he wants to do this anymore. They brought up Michael Chandler. I don't want to fight that guy, he's saying. Would you fight Conor in the rematch? I can't
blame him for not wanting to fight Michael Chandler, and I'll get into that. I have my reasons, and I think he has his reasons. I don't blame him at all for not wanting to fight Michael Chandler.
Well, it just looks like that fire outside, everything but the fight is really not there for Dustin. He doesn't give a shit. When they mentioned Conor McGregor in a rematch, he's like, yeah, I'll do that. Which is kind of... I mean, I guess it's not shocking because you just knocked him out, really. And you're going to get a massive paycheck. You'll never get another bigger paycheck at this moment unless you rematch Conor, right? We'll talk about if he deserves a rematch or not. That's a whole nother story over here. But Dustin Poirier finally going on Instagram, you can check him out, and he's finally kind of, enjoying it. I think he had to have some time here, let it all settle in. And he's putting posts out there, and he's kind of like, here I am, motherfuckers. I'm here. And good for you, Dustin. Congratulations on that win. And it's a shame that this was not for a belt. It is an absolute shame that they didn't wrap a belt on Dustin Poirier's waist. A complete missed opportunity. And now I know why Dana White did not make this a title fight.
So you're suggesting Dana White knew the chances of Poirier also winning, and he didn't
probably
risk.
Thought, listen, there's always that chance. Conor off a long layoff.
Yeah.
Conor coming in here, it's not a guarantee. Dustin's a fucking killer.
Even still, even though Dana did not make this one a title fight, Dana has to know that this fight determines the successor to the title. So regardless whether this was a title fight or not, he knew that there was a chance Dustin Poirier is going to get that shot.
But what I'm saying here is I do believe that this was a business move. Everything pointed towards this fight being a title fight, right? And now it wasn't for a title fight. Dustin Poirier wins. They can run a rematch here. They can run the trilogy fight now. If Conor were to win this fight, right? Conor's sitting up top and you could play any game you want. Conor loses this fight and it was for a belt. You really don't run that back anymore. You can't lobby in, hey, buddy, okay, here's a rematch. Dustin won the belt. Now you have a chance to get it back. No, that's not how it works.
Yeah.
But the fact that this was not for a title, now they could actually discuss it. It's not fair. It's not right. But now the UFC can play that game. If Dustin won the belts, you really can't play that game. You understand what I'm saying?
I think I think I get where you're coming from, but I think you might be a little skewed. You have to remember it's going to look extremely bad if the UFC does anything remotely close to waiting for Conor to get an opportunity at that belt, right? I understand it's a business move and everything like that, but at this point, they have to give Dustin a fight that gives him the title. They have to.
Yes, 100%. And if you give him the rematch, now it gets a little dicey here. How do you make that for a belt, right?
You can't. Yeah, if they said, we're gonna set up Dustin versus Conor 3, and the winner of that fight gets a title, then that looks horrible on the UFC, because it literally looks like the UFC goes, oh well, we didn't get our way the second time around, so we're gonna try it one more time to make sure that Conor gets his hands on that belt.
So what's the answer
awful.
here? What's the answer?
The answer, in my opinion, would be Dustin versus either the winner of Chandler versus Hooker, or I know Gaethje Oliveira is about to come up, or even just put Dustin against Oliveira. And I would say the winner of Dustin versus whoever gets the title. And then down the road, if they want to throw together Conor Poirier 3 or whatever to kind of lead Conor up for a title, that would be their best bet. Not setting
Dustin
up
versus
a rematch.
Oliveira is the fight that makes sense for the vacated belt. That's the fight to make. But if Conor McGregor, right, goes back to the drawing board, talks to his team, calls up Dana White, and says, give me that trilogy fight, right? What they have to do is make Poirier the champ already.
Yeah.
You have to make him the champion.
Well,
you have to.
they'd have to give him a fight that they know he's going to win.
You have to make Poirier the champion. You have to.
They can't just hand him
You
the
can't
belt.
just have a vacated belt, Conor coming off the loss and saying, okay, now let's fight for the vacate. Like, it doesn't make any sense. So this fight meant nothing. I guess you can say this too. I guess the UFC could market it this way as well. It's the trilogy, right? So Dustin wins one, Conor wins one. They're both knockouts. Now it's for the belts. The trilogy has everything on the line.
That's not a smart move.
Listen.
That's not a smart move. Like, it would look horrible on the UFC. You understand? Like,
they made a BMF belt, Jesse. Do you think it's going to look horrible on the UFC?
I'm saying it would look horrible on the UFC because it would look like they're shading their fighter. They're shading Dustin Poirier, and they're just kind of like throwing him under the rug and going, oh, well, Conor didn't win against Dustin Poirier number 2, so we're going to make them go back at it a third time so that we can ensure that Conor wins and gets the title. It would look bad.
How does that ensure Conor gets a win? Conor looked terrible in that fight.
Well, if what Conor says is true, here's the thing. Dustin Poirier even said at the post-fight press conference that Conor had him seeing stars in the first round. And if Conor had stayed on him, then he would have won the fight.
Yeah.
So I have reason to believe, especially after seeing the first fight, that a third time around, Conor knows this. He knows he can get Poirier in the first round. He's done it the first time around, and he did it the second time. He got stars in Dustin's eyes. He just didn't stay on top of him. So I believe that in a trilogy match, Conor would probably...
Conor is the betting favorite right now in the trilogy, which is absolutely absurd. You should make Dustin Poirier the favorite in this fight. Dustin's got his number right now. Right. We don't know if Conor could ever bounce back, right? We don't know. I am optimistic because I'm a fan, and I'm always going to be biased. I'm always going to be on Conor's side of things. But the betting lines should be in favor of Dustin Poirier. He should be the favorite. And listen, business is why the UFC will probably try to sit down and say, okay, how can we force feed the fans this? Because that trilogy fight would be a massive, 1-in-1, knockout. There's just so many ways to market that thing.
Yeah.
What makes sense to me is this. It's trilogy season, right? You do Nate Conor trilogy. No belts, just that grudge match. Let's end it. You do Poirier versus Oliveira. Make that happen. You have Chandler.
Nate Conor trilogy is just a show fight. It literally is just something to keep Conor active.
Yeah, keep him active. But if he gets a win over Nate, right? If he solidifies that trilogy, okay, then you can you could run back the Dustin fight, in my opinion. If Dustin beats Oliveira.
Yeah, I disagree. I get where you're coming from, but I disagree.
Why?
Well, first of all, if he beats Nate, it doesn't do anything for Conor aside from him saying that he beat Nate in the trilogy. So, I feel like if you want to try and boost Conor or make it justifiable. So what about them talking
about Nate Diaz versus Poirier? They're literally talking.
I know.
About this.
I don't understand.
Even Dustin's
honestly
talking
don't
about
understand.
This.
I think Poirier Oliveira is the fight to make. I believe that's the fight to make. And honestly,
It is the
I
fight
would
to
not be opposed to seeing Conor McGregor versus a Michael Chandler or even a Dan Hooker, even though Dan Hooker got knocked the fuck out. I wouldn't be opposed to seeing it.
You don't like to think like a business, though, right? You're thinking like a fan.
No.
Think what works for the business.
I don't get how Nate works for the business against Conor. Well, it works for the business money-wise. Let me rephrase
money.
what I'm saying.
That's what I'm talking about.
It works for the business money-wise, but if you're trying to lead up for it to make sense for Conor to get a title, it just doesn't make sense to say, okay, you fight Nate, who's been completely inactive and is not going to do anything for you in the rankings, aside from get you money, and then we're going to give you a title shot after that if you win. It just doesn't make any sense.
It makes total sense. Because this is not, I think you're misunderstanding this. This is the golden calf. This is Conor McGregor. You understand? This is the guy that brings a gazillion eyeballs to the UFC. So the UFC is going to put him in fights here. They're going to select situations to try to run back the Poirier fight. Or if they really wanted to, they could run that shit back for a trilogy fight. They can. It's just the UFC. It's what they do.
But I don't think it should be immediately.
Listen, I understand that's what you think.
Poirier Oliveira, the winner gets a title fight. And then Conor versus, say, a Michael Chandler or Dan Hooker or whatever, and chances are Conor would probably win.
But you're thinking with your heart.
And then have that person fight the winner of Oliveira Poirier for the belt.
Yeah, you're thinking though, like this is logically, this is what's supposed to happen. You're forgetting this is the UFC. You're completely forgetting what we're watching.
Okay, even though the UFC doesn't follow rankings anymore, they do still try to do what makes sense to MMA fans. And as an MMA fan, that makes more sense to me than Conor Nate for.
Wait a second here. You would not want to see Conor Nate trilogy.
I never said that. I would want to see a Conor Nate trilogy. I find that very exciting. I'm saying as far as what makes sense to line Conor up for the belt.
Conor's claiming that he had a long layoff, right? And he needs some more experience, more action in there. Nate Diaz has a crazy long layoff, right? So let's put the two guys together in the cage. Deal with everything as they come about. You put those guys together. You have the trilogy. You make Dustin fight Oliveira for the belt. Call it a day. Gaethje versus Chandler. Boom. We're done. Story's over. Now, if we go into
you would do Gaethje Chandler.
Yes, I would do Gaethje versus Chandler. 100%. 100% I would do that. So now, let's think about this. Let's talk about the situation here with Conor McGregor. Okay? Going into this fight, I did believe... I'm not a big fan of the nice guy thing, but it won over a lot of people that didn't like the guy, right? So I'm not all wrapped up into that shit. I think leading up, when you look at the press conference, you looked at all the signs, the stare down, even the ceremonial weigh-in stare down. When you looked at them, I was really convinced Conor McGregor had Dustin at that point, the ceremonial stare downs, right? The time I got nervous was when he got in the cage. They locked the gate. Conor McGregor's pacing back and forth. Dustin's pacing back and forth. If you look at the two, Dustin looks good. Dustin looks clear-headed. Conor McGregor, before he did his little this in the middle of the octagon, I said it on air live. I said, it doesn't look right. Looks a little nervous.
What was it that made you think that something was off, though?
He was kind of hesitant. He didn't have that bravado. And then what did we see in this fight? Conor did clip Dustin a bunch of times. There is, let's put Tony Clark over here. Let me show you guys this.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw the same thing that I saw in the Cowboy fight with
Not
Conor.
Even close. When Conor McGregor stepped in the middle of that octagon before the Cowboy fight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That man was focused. Sharp focused. This fight here, little strange. I'm going to attribute to a couple of things here. Now, look at this over here. This is the Eddie Alvarez fight, right? 155, many moons ago. When Conor defeats Eddie Alvarez, moves on the toes, controlling the range. He's fighting Dustin Poirier, flat-footed, no range. I mean, worlds apart. Now, that's because he's not active, right? He's not active enough, and I don't know what happened here. Another thing, Conor McGregor brought his whole fucking family with him, and I'm thinking maybe he said to D, hey, listen, I'm bringing all the kids here. I'm bringing everyone along for the ride because, and he's running around the background over there. I'm bringing everyone because I did wrong, and I want to be the family man. I want to do it right this time. Let's bring the whole crew here. Dustin Poirier is a huge family man. His daughter was nowhere to be found here. He was focused. He was locked in the room, ready to roll. Conor McGregor was doing interviews with fucking baby Conor. Throwing shit, banging shit, knocking shit over. You mean to tell me this is a focused man where he's got to fucking run around after his kids?
He wasn't running around after his kids. D was running around after the kids. He just constantly. And here's the thing.
What the fuck was he thinking?
Like, I understand that you want to use that as, and I said this to you before, that might be a contributing factor. I really don't think that is the main culprit to why.
It's not the main culprit. It's one of the pieces to the puzzle.
D, the whole time, even during the interviews, if you saw the interviews and the lead up and everything, the whole time D was in charge of those kids.
Oh my God, you're out of your mind.
And
I've watched every interview, and he's like, Junior, what are you doing in the background?
Exactly. So he called over the kid multiple times.
No,
there were times when he was just carrying the kid for no reason.
No, he was doing interviews. They were fucking photobombing. Look about this. All right, think about this. When he was signing the posters, it was on embedded. Junior, why don't you get yourself a little scribble over there?
But he invited the child to do that.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is this. He was so focused on being dad. He wasn't focused on being the killer that he was before. If something works, why the fuck do you change it? Why you change it so severely like Conor McGregor did? He had the recipe.
I agree.
He had the trash talk. He had the lead up. He had that laser sharp focus.
That's another
thing.
And
now he's coming in there with the fucking kids making balloon animals. Like, hey, look at me balloons here. Give me some of that hot sauce. No, that's not Conor's recipe to success.
Okay.
That's my problem.
So here's another thing I have for you, and I actually have it on an article over here. Coach Kavanaugh was talking to ARIEL Helwani earlier, and he basically, let me see if I can find it. He basically said that everyone was coming to him before the Cowboy fight. Remember how he was kind of nice to Cowboy? Or he didn't really have the shit-talking persona.
Wasn't dragging his family all over the place.
And everybody was saying to Coach Kavanaugh and his team that this is going to be the downfall of Conor. He can't be nice like this. He has to bring back bad guy Conor. And he ended up beating Cowboy. And
that's not what I'm talking about, though.
And now with Dustin Poirier, he says they're all right now. They're technically all right because
I have no problem. He doesn't have to have beef with Dustin, excuse me.
Here's my question for you. Don't you think that you should be focused more on the nice guy Conor being a contributing factor than the fact that his family was there?
I think it's a piece of the puzzle, just like the family thing. There is multiple things that added up to the moment when he stepped in that cage. We saw a different Conor. Yeah. You know what we saw? We saw dad. Here's dad over here. Now I know other people in the chat will be like, well, Dustin Poirier is a dad. Yeah, he's a dad. But his family was fucking home where they belong. They're not in Abu Dhabi in the fucking war zone. Conor is in the fucking trenches over here with his fucking babies. You don't do that. If they want to come to the fight, if they want to be in the crowd, you separate it. You have them there. They watch daddy compete, and that's it. But
so
everything
you're saying it was okay that they were there, but that he was interacting with them was
I'm
wrong.
telling you, it's a distraction. He is not laser focused. Yes, he may think he is, but he wasn't. He clearly wasn't, because this is the man that we got to see. Look at the picture. I mean, it's clear as day. A flat-footed, no controlling range father. Now, granted, he cracked him a couple of times. But Dustin Poirier executed a spectacular plan, tore apart the calf, and defeated him in the second round. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, these things added up to one ball of a mess. He got in that cage, and it's right before he put his hands out over there, it's over. It's over. It was over. Dustin won. And congratulations. And listen, this is not excuses. This is just trying to break down a situation, right? Just trying to figure out, okay, where did it go wrong? Some people are out there saying that Conor McGregor is done. He's washed up. It's the furthest thing from the truth. Is his heart in the game anymore? Well, it seems like it, but maybe that's a piece of it too. The guy's got more money than God. Maybe that's a piece as well. You lump this all together. You throw it into that Saturday night event, and there's your outcome. The first time he's ever been knocked out, he just so happens to have the fucking balloon animals in the fucking family there. He just so happens to be licking Dustin Poirier's ass. All these things. Think about it. I'm going to get to your donations in a second.
What about the inactivity?
Inactivity is another piece. Absolutely. Now let's give a compliment. Something he has never, ever done wrong is handle a defeat poorly. This guy at the post-fight press conference was sharp. This guy over here, you can tell he was disappointed, never fucking cried, never fucking really made excuses. He will regroup. He will move on. He fielded the questions. He even fielded the bomb that they threw with Khabib throwing a shot at him, where Khabib was just talking gibberish.
Wait a minute. I have another thing that just kind of popped into my head. A little like...
Go ahead.
You said I think it was during the weigh-ins. It was sometime before the fight. I remember sitting next to you when you were watching them, and you said, something about old man Conor looks like crap or something like that.
What?
Something along those lines. It was like a really quick statement. You said, man, old man Conor looks something. I can't remember
when
what you
did I
said.
say this?
I think it was like the weigh-ins or when you were making your picks or something like that. You looked at his face and you said something about old man Conor looks like
Probably
something.
it might have been in the chat. But I don't know. If I did, just tell me when I said it so I can understand.
It was like right before the fight. It was like the day before.
Before the fight? What,
Yeah, it was like the day before when you were doing like weigh-ins or something like that.
I don't think that was me, but I think it was someone in the chat. But if it was me,
no, I was sitting right. No, I only know because I was sitting next to you when you said it, but I can't remember exactly what you said, so I don't want to quote you.
Old man Conor looks like crap. So what do you mean when he walked onto the dais?
Yeah, I can't remember when
maybe
it was.
with the bald head or whatever.
But you said something about old man Conor.
Okay,
I remember
so what's
you
the
looked at his face. So I want to ask you, like, you have all of these, and I know you're not calling them excuses, but I mean, they're kind of excuses.
Listen,
if you think about it.
I don't care. You can call whatever you want. That's fine. I'm fine with that. I'm just trying to bring content here. I'm just trying to break down the demise of Conor on Saturday night.
Was it a picture I put up, Sean Hart? Maybe you said it on air. I thought you said it off air, but regardless.
Yeah, you got to tell me when.
You said something about, it was like right before the fight. It was during weigh-ins, Sean Hart says, and you said something about old man Conor.
Okay, so what's the point?
I'm asking, if you put all these excuses aside that you have for him,
Mm-hmm.
and just think about maybe he's just not, he doesn't have it anymore.
That is completely false. Do you believe that?
I don't believe it, but I'm asking you.
Here's the thing. The inactivity definitely played a part. And then the other reasons that I brought in played a part as well. Now, saying he doesn't have it anymore, he is fighting the top tier guys right now. He's 32 years old. And honestly, does he really have the damage? Well, Saturday night he had damage, but before that, did he have the mileage on him that some of these other athletes have at 32 years old? And the answer is no. So saying that Conor McGregor is over and done with, honestly, I'm going to be completely straightforward with you right now. You're full of shit. You're just being a hater because you know in your heart that Conor has a chance, a very good chance in a rematch in Poirier. Not saying he's going to win, but saying that he has a fighter's chance. Conor's never lost back-to-back fights, and saying unless you want to talk about the Mayweather thing, but that's just like fucking ridiculous. So talk about MMA.
But
Conor never lost a back-to-back fight. Never.
But you're talking about an era when he wasn't, in fairness, completely abusing his body with substances and everything else. Now, I mean, he's past the age of alcohol and drugs and shit like that.
You also said the same thing about Max Holloway.
I never said Max Holloway abused
You said he was
substances.
done. You said he was done.
That's a way different situation. I never once said that Max Holloway abused his body.
Exhibit A. Max Holloway, you're saying that he was done. The mileage, whatever, his head was all screwed up.
Yeah, that's a way different situation.
Well,
it's not even a comparable situation at all. I'm saying Conor McGregor abused his body with substances, and you're talking about an era when he wasn't abusing his body with substances.
Listen, I understand that it's different situations. I am just saying that you jumped to the conclusion on Max Holloway.
On one
and
fighter.
Now you're jumping to a conclusion on a man who lost one fight.
First of all, I'm not jumping to any conclusions. I'm throwing it out there for things for you to consider because you're full of all these excuses for Conor. And I'm
no, it's not excuses. What I'm saying is, are you not disrespecting Dustin Poirier? Like, are you not disrespecting the man?
I have nothing but I don't know why you're saying I'm disrespecting Poirier. This
has
nothing to do with Poirier.
You are disrespecting by saying, okay, Conor's done. That's why he's losing right now. That's what you're saying. Right?
No, I'm asking you if you think he's done.
No,
I said
no.
I don't believe it, but I'm throwing it out there.
Oh, okay. Well, by throwing it out there, and if people were to agree with what you're saying, it's basically showing disrespect to Dustin Poirier because Dustin Poirier, he executed a fantastic game plan, and you can make whatever excuse you want about Conor McGregor.
I agree with you.
Dustin Poirier was the better man, and honestly, at 155 without Khabib there, Dustin is probably the best man. You have Oliveira.
It's weird how you fielded that, though.
What do you mean?
When I had mentioned him abusing his body and stuff, like you completely ignored the fact that he did abuse his body, and he's not the same as before.
He abused his body and then just ran over Cowboy Cerrone.
Okay, forget the whole Cowboy fight.
No, this is what I'm saying. The Cowboy Cerrone fight. Not like Cowboy Cerrone is the best fighter in the world. Okay, at this point at least. He goes in there. He was in great shape. He's mentally focused. Take everything that I said and consider it. Everything that I said in the whole monologue here.
Yes.
Okay, that is my reasoning. That's why I think and I believe that he's not at his last legs. You understand what I'm saying? Like there is things in play here. It's not that he's over and done with. It's just It's just not that. You know when a fighter's done. He would have been at this press conference with his head hung down and completely done. You can tell when a fighter is done. We've seen it over and over and over again. We have not seen this with Conor McGregor yet. It's eventually going to happen. Eventually we will see that. But to say Conor McGregor's done, you are a delusional fuck. Just going to put that out there. All right, here we go. Donations.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Hey, but why? We'll get to Hooker in a second. Yeah, Hooker and Chandler. We'll get that. This is 30 minutes in, so we'll go the next 30 minutes on Hooker and Chandler. Thank you for the donation, but why? Appreciate it.
Listen, I respect your loyalty to Conor, and I respect that you have these reasons. I don't know if I buy all of them.
I'm just
Wonderful.
I'm just speaking logic.
Dana need to check the hot sauce. I smell cheating.
Yeah, he might have been spiked. The hot sauce might have been spiked.
There's another excuse you can give him.
It's a spiked sauce. Fuck what was in the bag. What was in the hot sauce? Look at the community poll over here. By the way, this really delights me over here. Okay? We put a little community poll up, and you can still get your votes, and only 348 threw it in there. Throw a vote in on the community section. Have you shared any versions of the Conor meme on social media, text, or email? By the meme, I'm saying the thing that's all over the internet. And by the way, it is kind of funny. I'm not going to lie. Listen, I love Conor. Big fan of the guy. Meme's funny. Throwing him all over the place. This is one with him on Bernie Sanders' body. It is amusing. Don't get me wrong. But 19% said, yes, I couldn't resist. And 81% of the MMA holes say, no, I have no interest in that. That makes me feel a little bit better that MMA fans aren't complete assholes. Because, listen, MMA fans and myself, we all get a bad rap as MMA fans, right? We're all like a bunch of assholes over here. 81% no interest in that. What do you think about this poll?
It was a little shocking to me because I saw more memes from the MMA community than I have seen in a long time. So I find it a little hard to believe. I think some people might be lying, but
You don't believe them?
No, I mean, listen, I'm sure there's a lot of people who didn't share. But I find it hard to believe that only 19% of the people who voted actually shared. I think people are trying to save face and maybe say that they didn't. What
this poll shows you, it gives us hope. Basically, we focus on the negative as a society. As a human race, we focus on the negative, right? So this 19% that put it up there, I'm not criticizing you guys, but listen, you guys are a bunch of wise asses, and I'm guilty of it too. I put it on the thumbnail for God's sake.
Listen. I can't blame the 19%. I found the memes to be hilarious.
Yeah, they're funny. Listen, they're fun. And I got my phone blown up, everything. Like, memes everywhere. On our website, the same thing, right? But the fact that 81% of the people is like, I don't have time for this shit, right? That leads us to believe. I do believe it. Do
you see how many people spend their lives on MMA Twitter?
Jesse, it's the same fucking people. That's the problem. Man. Just like this chat over here, okay? There are 384 people watching the show, and thank you for joining us. Hit the like button if you enjoy what's going on here. In the chat, there's the same fucking 10 people saying stupid shit, right? Where are the rest of it? Where's the 372 people?
It's not.
What?
The same 10 people.
Oh my God. I'm just fucking throwing a number out there. What I'm saying is a small percentage trolls, but there's a large percentage of people out there that actually have good spirits, good hearts. Like, I'm not going to bust balls. I'm not going to kick a dog when he's down. That's what I'm saying here. But we focus on people because, listen, people will like attention, right? We like attention. We're live right now. People like attention. So what they do is if they say nice things, it's not going to get the headlines. It's not going to get a creator's attention. It's not going to get an athlete's attention. But if you tell them to go fuck themselves, well, different story here. So the Conor haters out there are like, listen, I love attention. Let's go for it. Let's just absurd amount of memes. Let's throw it out there. The 19%, you're only 19%. It's kind of crazy, man. I really thought it would be a little bit more, but it actually gives society hope, and that's wonderful, wonderful, Jess.
I see, I'll tell you in a second.
Wonderful, wonderful.
They handed Robert Whittaker the belt after GSP didn't come back.
Yep. And this is something, listen, I know you guys are probably not thrilled about Dustin Poirier just getting handed the belt, but I'm not opposed. I am not opposed. Daniel Cormier is another one. When John Jones fucked up. Here you go. There's the belt. That's happened.
It just doesn't make sense.
I get it. I can understand why people wouldn't like it, but at the same time, the UFC's done this before. So
in every way, Dustin deserves the belt, right? But I just don't think that the UFC handing it to him would make it exciting. You know, like I would rather see him fight a competitor for that belt and see if someone else has something better to offer. You know, I'd love to see him fight Oliveira. I think that is a brilliant fight to put together.
Dustin might have a problem with that. He might have a problem with Oliveira. Oliveira drags his ass to the ground.
Could you imagine Oliveira as a champ and only defends like once or twice or whatever? That guy is so fucking good, Oliveira. He's so good. And what he showed in the Tony Ferguson fight, and I'm sure you could throw excuses out there saying Ferguson wasn't the same and this and that, but what he showed was fucking talent. It was just brilliant to watch. So I don't know. I get what you're saying about just throwing the belts to Dustin, but it just doesn't make sense to me for all reasons. It would make more sense. Give him Oliveira. Give him something exciting that the fans are excited to watch, and let's see who actually gets the belt.
Yeah, Oliveira does deserve a shot. No doubt about it. I mean, he does. He really does. We're talking about all different options here, and you know the UFC is going to follow money. Dana White did say that Chandler should be the guy. Now, talking about Chandler real quick, fantastic win. First round, gets it done. And I have to say this. The reason why the Conor fight didn't sting so much, when I picked Blachowicz, and I was like, man, I just have a feeling that Blachowicz is going to get it done against Reyes. I just have that feeling. I don't know if it's smart. I just have that feeling. The same thing happened with Michael Chandler. Finishes Hooker in the first round. Hooker ran around like a hooker in headlights, just trotting around the cage and getting hunted by a hungry 34-year-old, like roided up looking man. Just knocked his fucking head to the moon. It was great. Fantastic win for a Michael Chandler. Now, listen, does he deserve a title shot? I mean, listen, it would be fun to watch for sure. Like, I would like to see, throw him right in the mix. It may not make sense, and Dustin Poirier has no interest in fighting the man for reasons, you know, I'm sure we'll find out.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Here's Michael Lareda.
Run it back, McGregor versus Poirier 3.
Okay, wants the trilogy. What do you think, Jess?
Like I said, I'll say it again. I love the idea of the trilogy, and I think it would be a fair trilogy, but I don't think it should be immediate. I don't think, and I especially don't think it should be Poirier's next fight for a title. Absolutely not.
Here's Jonathan.
Conor should retire. If he fights again, should he move to a gym in USA and get out of his comfort zone in Dublin? He needs to sack yes man John Kavanagh. Wow.
Throwing John Kavanagh off the bus.
Why do you think he needs to sack John Kavanagh?
Well,
I don't even think it has anything to do with where he's located or his team. And I even know Khabib said something about him changing up his team, and Conor said, I never changed anybody in my team.
Yeah, Khabib was it was false what he said. I don't know what Khabib was having a little fun, I think.
I think maybe Khabib might have heard that from someone else and maybe it was just running with it. Regardless, I don't think that's the problem. Honestly, like I just can't make excuses for the guy aside from the fact that he's just been fucking inactive.
Yeah,
and he just wasn't prepared for. You have to remember, Poirier accomplished a lot since the first fight with Conor McGregor. He had every reason to win that fight, and I think we should just give Poirier more credit and just say he was better.
But you have to understand, a lot of top-tier athletes have changed gyms. A lot of athletes bounced around and found different gyms for different situations. So I'm not opposed to it, but I do respect the fact, and here I am patting Conor on the back again. I know a lot of people are like, oh my God, he's sucking his dick. I respect the fact that he is going to sink with the ship. Like, he literally is SBG all day. He doesn't give a fuck. That's where he's going to ride or die. And it's kind of wild, man. It kind of is wild because there was a couple of situations in his career where you could say, okay, maybe a change of pace might be the way to go. He doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't give a fuck. So I got to say, is it the smartest move? I don't know. I'm not a fighter. I don't know. But I wouldn't be opposed to see him change gyms. Yeah. You know, as just, you know,
I don't know if that would be the best thing
reasons.
for him.
American Top Team's pretty damn good.
Wonderful, wonderful.
But why with the $2? Thank you. And I got to say this, guys, I feel really good about Saturday because I handled like a gentleman. I took it on the chin like a real man.
But now you come back today and you have all these reasons for why Conor lost.
Well, no, I'm doing a show. I am doing a show. In case you forgot, I'm the talent here.
Stop.
Right, Conor? Yes, sir. But no, for real though, like I like the fact that I really pissed off a lot of people out there that didn't get the rise out of me. 43 years old, baby. I win again.
Oh,
Once
God.
again, even in loss, in defeat, I win, Jesse. It's a miracle.
Wonderful, wonderful.
So many people are like, why is he not upset?
Let's be honest, Chandler beat a tier 2 lightweight. Conor, Dustin, Gaethje, Ferguson, Oliveira and Khabib are the top dogs at lightweight. Hooker is in the same tier with Felder, Lee, Barbosa, RDA, Gregor and Nate. Barbosa knocked out Hooker too.
I was unfair with Hooker. I called him a bum multiple times and I feel bad. I'm sorry, Dan Hooker. I apologize about that. You're not a bum. But are you a top tier guy? Nope. Just not. What do you think? He's not. He's a smidge overrated.
It's just difficult for me. I don't know. Like, I was really high on Hooker in the fight.
He's not good.
It just fucking sucks.
It's not that good. He really isn't that good.
You know what sucks worse is just seeing the way he lost. You know,
He
had he
ran.
lost with a little more dignity, maybe. I don't know.
You know what it reminded me of?
It was just too hard to watch.
It reminded me of a bull running around in one of those little ring areas, and the clown trying to get the bull's attention. Like Dan Hooker was the fucking clown, running around as the bull was just chasing the clown around, and finally the bull got him. Like, it was just, I've never seen anything like it, where a guy just runs around the cage like, you can't catch me, boom, I'm dead.
It's worse because during the fight, I was trying to lobby for him when you were saying, he looks scared and this and that, and I was like, no, what are you talking about? You know, and I was really lobbying for the guy during the fight, and then literally seconds later, he gets knocked the fuck out.
You mean this, Jess?
It's crazy.
you mean this?
Yeah.
No, it's small, but you could hear it. Hold on.
You gotta turn the volume on. 2 minutes and 52 seconds on the clock. Both of them in the center looking to stand and trade.
Smoke
Not
him.
really circling around too much. A leg kick by Hooker. Now
Hooker
Chandler
looks nervous,
hopping
man.
around. No, he doesn't look nervous.
He doesn't look nervous.
Yeah, I feel. God
And then
damn.
seconds later,
I was literally. He looks completely
Hooker
patient.
looks shook out there.
Now. Oh! Chandler! I couldn't believe it, man.
What do you mean? Oh my God! He's dead.
Well, because I don't know. I was like really. I wanted to make it seem like he was just. You know, he was taking it slow maybe, or just preparing for something that Michael Chandler had to throw, and it just fucking A.
Yeah, listen, you win
Such
some,
a
you lose some, right?
disappointment, man. That fucking fight.
That fight, it did soften the blow of the Conor
Wonderful.
fight for me. Helped me feel a little bit better.
Can't wait to hear Kevin I told you so after the fact from Chicago's court tonight.
Yeah, he's going to be gloating. Meanwhile, he's like the worst predictor ever. But yeah, listen, we got to give him his time. Well, if we do have a save the show, for sure. Yeah, but what a performance. Michael Chandler and flying off the fucking cage.
Super chat.
But why? With the $1. Thank you, but why?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah, look at Michael Chandler over here. Hold on, let me move this. Like, the dude was he could fly. Did you know he could fly?
Nope.
I had no idea and Dana White wasn't happy about that flight.
Paved the way says Chandler got KO'd by a 5'4" guy.
Honestly, okay, so that is false. You talking about Pitbull? Pitbull, if you watch that back, that stoppage is completely suspect. Now, Pitbull's great. He's a really good fighter. And by the way, why is height? I don't understand. I think we learned this already, that height means jack shit in MMA.
Well, just look at the Chandler Hooker fight. I mean, Chandler was
Yeah,
significantly
Chandler fucking
shorter
knocked
than
out
Hooker.
a gazelle. A fucking giraffe. Chandler there was an Aussie giraffe running around the fucking... What are you talking about? Like, I don't understand. Like, it's just fucking weird, man.
Come on, get loud, MMA-Holes in the crowd.
Kiwi!
Come on, get loud, MMA-Holes in the crowd.
Come on, Kiwi!
MMA-Holes in the crowd.
Yeah!
MMA-Holes in the crowd.
What?
MMA-Holes in the crowd.
Here we go, Kiwi.
Happy Australia Day.
Ooh, happy
And in a
Australia.
few months, you will see Moss, what a defenseless little human will do to your killer instinct too.
Okay. What?
He's talking about children.
Oh, yeah.
Because you were
you're
saying
right.
that
Yeah, you're right.
Conor's
I'm like,
son-
wait, what? Is this a threat? Yeah. I'll be the same way. Like this fucking vicious savage that you see right now, I'm going to be a big mush.
I don't buy that.
Yeah.
Here's why. Here's why I don't buy that. You see it all the time,
God.
especially dads of girls. That instinct is heightened because
I'm
they
gonna
get
be a big
extremely
pushover, man.
protective.
Next thing you know, I'm going to be rooting for Adesanya.
I get as a distraction, but I don't buy that the instinct is not
Wonderful,
there.
wonderful.
Mexican. Uncle Crow.
The old Conor would have thrown that hot sauce into the stands.
I know,
I
right?
like violent terrorist Conor. Me no like nice Conor. I want rape accusations,
Yeah.
old man beating, more shy on bus attacks. Bring back batshit crazy Conor. Bring back bad influence bat too.
Thank you. And how does Conor... The only thing that brings out bad Conor is Nate Diaz. That is, or Khabib, of course, but that's never going to fucking happen. The only way to get nasty Conor back... Because how do you do a trilogy, right? After you just sucked Dustin Poirier's dick. You just sucked his dick all week for hot sauce. And how are you going to bring back the nasty guy? You can't.
Well, you can.
You just got knocked the fuck out.
You can, but you would have to edge out some kind of rivalry for his next fight.
By the way,
there would have to be a rivalry.
It would be Nate Diaz.
Nate Diaz, yep.
So that's another reason why I would lean more towards Conor's return, and hopefully it's quick. He says May. He's thinking May. He wants to come back. Nate Diaz, Conor McGregor. Get the dirty Conor back. Not crazy, throwing hand trucks through fucking window Conor. Not that. The rise up to Jose Aldo Conor. That brash personality. Let's get the guy fucking behind me right over here. A little craziness, Conor. I think Nate Diaz is the guy to pull it out of him. Not Dustin Poirier on the trilogy. Yet.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Conor fans' boy swore a motivated Conor would beat Khabib. A motivated Conor got his ass kicked easily by Dustin. Conor will never be on Khabib's level.
Okay.
That's another thing I wanted to ask you, and thank you, Isaac, for bringing it up. You were very motivated McGregor leading up to the fight.
I'll answer. The reason why motivated McGregor didn't work, you want to know why? Honest opinion? Fucking kids running around.
Man.
I did not... Listen, what I'm thinking motivated McGregor. Even if you want to be a nice guy, he was motivated in the Cowboy Cerrone fight. He wasn't fucking dragging his... It looked like he was going to Chuck E. Cheese. Fucking kids hanging all over him. His little daughter running around. His fucking son pulling on his hair. Or his bald head, whatever. That's all we saw. It was just his kids. He was basically showcasing that he's a dad right now. That is not motivated McGregor. I don't want to see him fucking having a slice of pizza with his fucking children or playing Roblox or whatever.
I feel like that's a little bit of an overused reason.
No, here's the deal. Motivated McGregor is not taking his kids to the fucking carnival. That's not motivated McGregor to me. That's not. Going into the Cowboy Cerrone fight, even though he was nice, he was still motivated. Saturday night, we saw a man, like I said before, the cage door was closed. Right before he put his hands out like this, he was kind of like he like a little chihuahua. He was like shaking. I've never seen that before from Conor McGregor.
Shaking.
He was shivering like a chihuahua. Like, when you go to the fucking, the kennel and you see the fucking dog in the corner, don't adopt the shaking dog. Conor was the fucking shaking dog in the cage. I'm like, what am I saying here? Not motivated. Not motivated at all.
Super chat.
I've taught my son to win and lose like Conor.
There you go, Brett Baratheon. The guy that knows how to win, the guy that knows how to lose. There is not one human being in the UFC on the roster that can win and lose like Conor McGregor. It's kind of crazy.
How about we take a step back for a second, though?
No one loses like Ronda Rousey. Wham! Dustin Poirier. I lost. I lost. I want to kill myself. That's Dustin Poirier. Conor McGregor, we move on. That's a man right there. That's a man. Here we go. Michael Areta.
Oh, God.
Boobies, 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 boobies.
Hey, I can see your underwear. Put your boobies in the air. Fapping like I just don't care. Can I lick your pubic hair? Snap a picture, time to share. Took my meat vision impaired. Filthy mind, I need a prayer. Pervert cameraman, beware. Pervert cameraman,
Show 'em.
them tits. Pervert cameraman, $10 tip. Pervert cameraman, Yanni Celeste. Pervert cameraman, show them breasts. Boobies.
In one night, Poirier kills 2 money fight McGregor versus Khabib 2 and McGregor versus Diaz 3 FUQ Poirier.
That's why Dana White had his face, right?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Poor Dustin, man. Poor Dustin.
Porker is a can. He wants big fights and always loses it. This clown needs to fight lower-ranked fighters and give them a chance like others did for him. Porker's wins are gifted wins. He needs to STFU and fight Islam.
Wow.
Islam.
What do you think about Islam?
Super chat.
FVGC454.
Mike Brown doesn't get enough credit for stressing calf kicks for Dustin's game plan.
So
Best
good.
MMA coach in the game.
Thank you.
ATT.
Okay.
Fist.
FVGC, thank you for bringing that up. I wanted to say, let's take a step back for a moment, Moss, and put all the excuses that you have aside for Conor. And let's just say that Dustin Poirier executed a phenomenal game plan against Conor McGregor.
I said that in the beginning of the show.
Without the reasons.
No, hold on a second. Let me, to the new people jumping in here, and Jesse apparently is jumping in the show now too. In the beginning,
you don't make sarcastic comments.
I literally opened the show saying, listen, Dustin Poirier, let's give him the credit that he deserves. And then we went into the segment of why do you think more people out there are talking more Conor than Dustin? And then we answered that question. Then we rolled into the Conor situation, and now we're reversing back to the beginning of the show. We literally addressed this. I think Dustin Poirier was the better man. He was way better coached as well. And now I'm just trying to find, okay, where were those pieces? Where was the key, the path to victory for Conor McGregor? It's not excuses. It's trying to see, okay, where did it all go wrong for Conor? We know that Dustin Poirier was the better guy. We know Dustin had the better game plan. But there's always a way for the other side to win. So my job is to figure out, okay, how does that side win? And why did that side lose on his end? It takes two to tango, right? It takes two. It's not just one person just being better. The other person has to do things better. And that's why I'm trying to figure out where did it go wrong for Conor. Dustin Poirier, the better man. Dustin should be a fucking champion right now. He shouldn't be running around Louisiana with hot sauce and no belt. Makes no fucking sense. Back to the donations. Gotta clear shit up around here, man.
Yeah.
Kiwi!
Come on, get loud, MMA-Holes in the crowd. Come on, get loud, MMA-Holes in the crowd.
Got
MMA-Holes in the crowd. MMA-Holes in the crowd. MMA-Holes in the crowd.
Here we go, Kiwi, and thank you to all the donators.
I am not the biggest Conor fan. Yes, I enjoy his fights, win or lose. I have so much respect for the man, how he embraces defeat. The man is gracious. It is bloody great. He will be back, and every leg kick will be checked from this day forth.
Oh my God, right now it's like, Junior, kick me in the calf. Like he's got his kids running up to him. Honey, kick me in the calf. Check, 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 check. Please, kick me. I mean, Jesus Christ. It's so funny though. It's so fucking funny. A fucking calf kick. Like that's the best part about this. A calf kick leads to his first demise, his first knockout.
Dustin said that in one of his, I forgot which fight it was, he remembered how it felt, and it almost fucking took him out. So he knew that was literally the only way to get Conor to kind of fall. Brilliant
game plan. A little thing like that, brilliant stuff. Let's talk about Dustin Poirier going for the takedown. Right off the bat, great move. Loved it. Now, Conor said against the fence he felt stronger. I don't know how much I buy into that. Dustin looked he looked fine. Even though he got reversed against the cage, Dustin was throwing the shoulder bumps with Conor, talking some smack. Loved the back and forth, the banter. The thing that is interesting, though, that Jesse brought up earlier, was that Dustin did admit to being flashed in the first round. And I think
he was seeing stars.
He was seeing stars, yeah, that bright, when you get rocked. That Dustin Poirier felt that, and he said if Conor pressed him some more, he would have been in big trouble. Dustin's just too nice of a guy. Because honestly...
Yeah, why would you admit that?
Yeah, because now admitting that, right?
Yeah, now Conor knows that he just has to rendition what he did and just keep the pressure on him.
In a rematch, you go full force, you make sure you check them kicks, and you fucking run him over. If you feel like you got him, you go for it. And that would probably be an adjustment there. If you notice like this picture like we showed before, Conor McGregor was flat-footed. And credit to our friend over here, Tony Clark MMA. Go give him a follow, man. Look at the difference here. Conor controlling the range, moves toes. He's moving on his toes in 2000 and what year was this? Did he fight Eddie? It was like many moons ago. This is for the strap. And then here we go. Conor now, no range control, and he was flat-footed. Like complete difference. Now this is something, of course, you're out of the game for a while. You're probably going to forget certain little things here. But, Dustin Poirier capitalized on it and made him look stupid, made him into a meme. Talk about the Hooker fight and Chandler. Let's wrap this up. We'll do the save the show. We got a donation coming in over here.
Wonderful.
2016. Thank you, King.
In 2018, Conor was too mean, so he lost. In 2021, he was too nice, so he lost. The excuses never stop. Conor does not have the skills to beat Khabib ever. Khabib actually gotten much better since 2018.
Listen, guys.
Well,
I hate to break.
When it comes to Khabib, hold on. I'm gonna cut you off real quick. When it comes to Khabib, just to before we get too far into any Khabib talk or anything like that, I don't know how many of you guys watched the post-fight press conference, but Dana White said he actually spoke to Khabib after that fight, after UFC 257, and Khabib was like, "Dana, you got to be real with yourself. I'm levels better than these guys.
Yes, guys.
He's not coming back."
Guys, first of all, like Jesse said, he's not coming back, and we all fucking know Khabib's the GOAT of 155. He literally left a place that he is so far ahead of everyone else. That's what Khabib did, okay? So constantly bringing this shit up, like Conor lost. He lost to Dustin Poirier. You know what I'm saying? So it's like bringing the Khabib thing into the mix, and then Khabib, he threw a little zinger out there, and listen, he can do whatever the fuck he wants. But I don't understand why we're bringing up Khabib right now.
Well, at this
he didn't fight.
I can understand bringing him up before the fight because there was that thing in the air. Oh, Khabib might come back if he sees something spectacular, which he did technically.
Your boy's
with
gone.
Chandler. But yeah, at this point now, I mean, after that conversation he had with Dana White after UFC 257, Khabib is not coming back, guys. It is done.
Your ship has
He's
sailed.
done.
Now listen, anything can happen. Anything's possible. Money talks. But right now, nothing logical is in play for Khabib, and he's so much better than these guys. He's not coming back for Dustin.
Yeah, so it's not really worth the Khabib conversation anymore.
Yeah, so I mean, you could bring it up. Yeah, Khabib. Listen, take his dick out of your mouth. He's not in the UFC anymore. I don't know what you want me to say.
Wonderful.
Don't be worried, McGregor fans, the king be back.
Michael Loretta says he'll be back. I think he'll be back too. And I'm praying that the man says, you know what? I don't want to be kicked anymore. I'm running to boxing. I'm praying that doesn't happen. I don't want him to fight Jake Paul, that fucking clown.
I have another thing on Jake Paul. He hit the news just recently about his opinion on the way UFC 257 went down. Basically saying, I offered Conor McGregor $50 million is what he had originally offered him. And he's saying but Conor just got knocked out by a bum, so now he's only worth $10,000.
Yeah, fuck that. Listen, don't even give him any time, Jake Paul.
It was the most ridiculous thing I'd ever seen in my life.
No Jake Paul. And by the way, Logan Paul, who his fight with Mayweather might not even happen now.
Really?
Because it's not trending high enough. That thing might not even happen.
Because nobody's talking about it. So
fuck the Paul brothers. Let's just move on from that shit. I don't want to, unless there's a fight that's happening, I don't give a fuck about those guys. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's pull this shit together. Let's pull it together right now. Thank you guys and gals for joining us. And by the way, tomorrow night, Wednesday night, tomorrow morning, we're interviewing Bruce Buffer, but we're going to air it Wednesday night. So on this channel, for the first time, listen, he's our announcer for God's sakes, but we're going to have a proper sit down with the old Bruce Buffer Wednesday night. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel because it is wonderful. Hit the notification bell. Hit me with the ones in the chat if you're pumped up about Bruce Buffer coming on the show. I'm really looking forward to talking to him. Shout out to our sponsor over here, Jesse, big sponsor.
Yes,
we got a couple of players over here. Not only do we have ESPN Plus where you can watch the fights, Jesse, but what else do we have on the table?
We have Mystic Roots, mysticrootscbd.com, promo code MMA-Hole. Get 15% off of your entire purchase, as well as Lux Bidet.
Wonderful.
It's Conor fanboys that swore Conor could beat Khabib lol. There is a world of a difference. Conor needs to fight Makhachev and maybe win.
Makhachev, listen, I'm not down with that. Makhachev looks like he's pretty good, but a little too premature for that. Listen, I said motivated McGregor can beat Khabib. I do believe a motivated McGregor is fucking nasty. But like I said before, you're dragging your fucking family around.
There's no way Conor McGregor. I mean, especially after seeing what we saw with Dustin.
If you go into listen, Khabib is light years better than everyone. Yes, I'm with you. But I can make an argument. Motivated McGregor gets it done. Listen,
for Conor against anybody.
Keep the fucking kids at home. You're going into a war. Let me put you this.
He left the kids at home for the first Khabib fight. He left the kids.
Could you imagine, honey? I'm going to serve our country. Pack up the kids.
Oh,
Let's go to
God.
fucking battle. Bring the kids. Make sure you fucking bring some applesauce. Like, come on, what are we doing here? You're going to a fucking war. You don't bring the fucking children.
You're so delusional.
Could you fucking imagine?
I swear
I
to
couldn't
God.
even imagine. I'm
You
going to
could
beat
put-
my man. Beat a man in a cage. I'm going to beat a man in a cage up. But let me bring the kids so I can fucking get ready for that battle. Like, what is that? It's just nuts, man. Absolutely nuts. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's do the save the show. This segment, what happens here, Jesse?
Whatever denomination you guys donate is however many minutes are put on the clock to extend the show so we can open up phone lines and speak to you guys. You have to say save the show in the donation.
Please, guys, listen, I know we ruffled some feathers over here. I know a lot of people don't agree with me. A lot of people probably agree with Jesse. But we want your phone calls tonight, so please, let's go.
I fell off a shopping cart. It really fucking hurt so much. My muscular ass is sore.
Yes, sing in the
I
chat.
let out my manly roar. I fell off my shopping cart. It really fucking hurt so much.
Look at this. Cyborg, where have you been?
My muscular ass is sore. I like to beat up girls with ease.
Look at Chris Cyborg.
With ease.
Ouch.
Ouch. Ouch. Ouch.
Ouch.
Ouch.
The studio savior.
Here to setting an example for tonight. Pay for your time on the phone or half at least. Saveth's show.
Another
Thank
thing
you.
to keep in mind, guys, for the phone lines tonight, it's not going to be like usual. There's going to be a lot of people who want to call in and talk about what happened on Saturday night, so your calls are getting cut short. And I know Kevin and Justin, and we like to keep you guys on for a little longer, but it's going to be quick because we got a lot of people who are going to want to call in.
If you want to save the show, drop a donation, and we will add that much more time. So that is 15 more minutes of phone calls. So at least we're getting some phone calls tonight. Thank you so much to Mr. Sonosi, who renamed the studio with the fucking mega donation. You are absolutely wonderful. Wonderful. All right, we'll wait and see where the clock leads us here. Will there be more heroes in the chat with 348 people watching? We got Jose.
Wonderful.
Unless your name is Usman or Khabib, you can be beat. At this rate, KHAMZAT will beat Leon, trust me.
Man, I can't wait for Khamzat to get back, man. I really can't wait for that Leon fight to happen. I hope that is going to happen. But thank you. Jose, we're going to add 2 minutes for that donation. Thank you. So we got 17 minutes and a Kiwi donation coming in. The immortal Michael Anzalone. Here we go. What? That's 20 more minutes. Michael Anzalone.
Watch out, here he comes with the wrench friend, heart and soul of the holes, Mrs. Steely girlfriend.
Time out, trolls.
Welcome to the dead end, cock so big that you can't even comprehend. Bust and groan, making bitches moan on the timestamp throne while the chat room's stoned. Hold up, save the show for the tales will be told about Michael Anzalone.
Look at the Mikeys in the chat. Rest in peace, my friend.
Please don't let that cunt from Chicago waffle on too much.
No, he's going to be cut off.
No, yeah. Tonight,
Quickies, baby.
Tonight, we are literally cutting everyone off.
Thank you so much for your support, friends. Thank you so much for being wonderful. And we have what?
Now we're at 37.
37 minutes of phone calls. We'll be taking extra show time. Thank you so much for the saves there, Kiwi. And we got a couple more coming in over here. Save your time. What do we got here, Jesse? Michael, I love you, buddy.
How about Chandler versus Poirier in March? So, Brewster, that was mentioned, but Poirier has no interest in fighting Michael Chandler right now.
Yeah, we'll talk about some more. MMA KO. Hey, MMA KO, go subscribe to his channel.
Honestly, I cannot blame Dustin Poirier for not wanting to fight Michael Chandler. And here's why. I understand Michael Chandler, he showed a shit ton in his debut. He looked phenomenal. He gained my respect, which I never thought was going to happen. I actually did not like the way the guy came into the UFC in the first place. But listen, I fucking respect the dude. He came in. He was humble in his victory. He had an incredible knockout. But I just think it's too soon, especially for someone who's fighting for a title.
Yo, D-Rest with the 10 and 10 to the clock. Boobies.
Hey, I can see your underwear. Put your boobies in the air. Fapping like I just don't care. Can I lick your pubic hair? Snap a picture, time to share. Choke my meat vision impaired. Filthy mind, I need a prayer. Pervert cameraman, beware. Pervert cameraman,
Show them tits.
Here we go.
$10 tip.
pervert cameraman.
Yanni so
That's 10 more minutes, baby.
Pervert cameraman.
Show them breasts.
Boobies. D-Rest coming in with the boobies.
Here's your phone call, Stypeg Kevin. Sorry you're still on the dole.
Thank you so much, D-Rest. Thank you. Here we go, running through the donos. Come on.
Come on, get loud, MMA-Holes in the crowd.
Time's up.
Come on, get loud, MMA-Holes in the crowd.
Got
MMA-Holes in the crowd. MMA-Holes in the crowd.
Yeah.
MMA-Holes in the crowd.
Thank you, Michael Rada.
Back in 2015, McGregor will beat Khabib, save the show.
You think that McGregor beats him? The 2015 version?
Jake Hibbler says Chandler versus Oliveira for the title. Fuke Poirier if you don't want the fight. I say.
Hold on a second. All right.
What?
I just want to pause this. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna get it in before the next one came in.
No, it was coming in right now. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, there's no reason Chandler Oliveira should happen. It should be Oliveira Poirier. That's what should happen.
Okay. We'll talk about it more with the phone lines. We'll get your calls in. By the way, there's a couple in queue here. We're gonna count these and we'll move into it. We got a Michael Lentz alone from Roberto Hernandez, 3 in queue. We're gonna count those to the clock over here. Roberto says, drop the ends. He's back. Drop the Herns in the chat.
Michael Anzalone.
Yes.
Anzalone. Michael Anzalone. Watch out, here he comes with the wrench friend, heart and soul of the holes, Mrs. Steely girlfriend. Time out trolls, welcome to the dead end cock.
We
so
dance.
big that you can't even comprehend. Bust and grow, making bitches moan on the timestamp thrown while the chat room stone. Hold up, save the show for the tales will be told about Michael Anzalone.
Oh, we're gonna take some phone calls tonight, baby.
Save the show. How about Dustin's entrance song?
What was his
oh
entrance
yeah,
song?
wasn't it like it was like some smooth shit, man. I can't remember what the fuck it was.
What was his entrance song?
I was gonna say James Brown. I think it's James Brown or some shit. I can't fucking remember. Like I can't fucking.
We always have the fights muted, so we never get to listen.
Yeah,
to
we didn't hear the entrance song. Someone drop it in the chat what it is. Thank you, Roberto Hernandez. As we have 2 more donations in queue, and then James Brown. It was James Brown. Okay, thank you guys. How you like me now? Put up, but there he is. That's a motivated McGregor right there. Man.
That's not a motivated McGregor.
No, it's not.
That's a drunk McGregor.
That's Cocaine Mac. Bring back Cocaine Mac. Yes. Drop the McGregors in the chat.
Yes. Proper 12.
Put up a 12.
Save the show.
Fitting that the actual bottle donated right there. Thank you. Wow, that was very generous. Proper 12. Wow. Okay, one more in queue over here, and we'll play the phone line song. We'll open them up. We want to hear your calls, so hang in there. Hit the like button, friends. We're partying on a Monday night. Party time. Look at him. Look at that man. Yeah, it's not motivated McGregor. No, that's not.
Drunken McGregor. Drunken Gregor.
Although I'd probably rather that. Oh, it's Columbo coming in. He's farting on Jesse. All right. Let's fart on Jesse. Oh, man, Columbo. You're giving me gas, Columbo. You're giving me gas. All right. What's Columbo have to say?
Save the show. Oh, there is just one more thing. Somebody is getting exposed tonight.
Ooh. Ooh, an exposure. I like being exposed. All right, here we go. Jesse,
Yeah.
I got to say this. Let us take a break. We'll play the song. When we come back from the break, phone lines.
2 hours and 4 minutes. I'm just going to do the 4 minutes. Like, I know usually we roll over, but it's just 4 minutes. Okay. So just do 2:04.
2:04. You don't want to roll over 4? Okay.
Yeah, it's just silly.
All right. Hey, guys. You guys you fucking killed it. You killed it tonight with the donations. Thank you so much for the support. We love you. We'll be back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. I am pumped up. I want to hear the phone calls. I want to field the questions. I want to get roasted. I want to hear it all, Jesse. You ready?
I'm ready, Moss.
Okay.
Hello, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
What's up, Jesse and Chris? It's Drunk Savage.
No way!
Drunk Savage. What's up, Jesse and Chris? It's Drunk Savage.
I can't believe you're calling right now. Drunk Savage, what's on your mind?
Not much.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I have a respect for everybody in the chat.
MMA-Holes.
Vlad's one of them. Kevin from Chicago. AMH, I mean the knitter.
I'm just enjoying this.
I can hear you.
Hi, this is Philly.
We have Sean Hart.
Hey there, what's up, man?
What's up, Pulse?
Oh, it's Justin Jr.
From Chrome.
Gaia
Lord. RX.
Mark Rowe, Heavy Mike Rowe, D-Rust, Sean Man, Vigo, Big Bob, Basically Dragon White, Nick C, Vigo Southern Country Down, Shannon Stewart, Bro Helio, Ben Shipman, CC 2.0, Peter Phillies,
Jeremiah. Hey, Lee W. Michael Lanslow. MMA-Holes. Man, what a wonderful, wonderful community.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Oh, I feel it. I feel good. I feel sexy. I feel swole. Some later slap this.
I like biting your shoulder.
I know. I had to go to the bathroom and wipe your face off my shoulder, too.
What?
Nah, that's all right. I still love you, Jesse. You're the best.
I spit on you.
Yeah.
Okay, people. We are about to open up the phone lines. We have plenty more stories to get to as well. We want to get all of your calls tonight. I am going to start up this clock. A lot of show left on a Monday night. A lot of other things happened on this card, so we will get to those. We'll get to the stories, the whole deal. And thank you, each and every one of you. Wait, it said, hold on a second.
204.
204.
Oh, was it running when you played the song?
No, there we go. I got to give the proper time there. Here, let's play these donations before we open up the calls.
Super chat.
Jonathan coming in.
How many illegal Russian streamers did Dana lock up?
I don't know, man.
He said that the guy that they were targeting put out a public announcement that he was not going to be streaming UFC 257, and he said that was a good move by the streamer because they were ready to raid him.
That's crazy. Still a lot of people, they didn't give a fuck, man. A lot of people streamed it. And how about ESPN Plus not working?
Yeah, I have a public apology from ESPN also about that whole thing.
Hello, Apache Junction. How you doing?
Super chat.
We got another one coming in over here. The Velocity
Conor gonna
Vulture.
choke on Dusty.
Whoa, he's gonna choke on Dusty. That sounds sexy. All right, here we go. Thank you for the donations, guys. Seriously, thank you so much. Before we get into the calls, Jesse, we have to do something very, very important.
Okay.
We got some likes, baby.
50 thumbs in the air.
Throw them up. Like away.
Air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. Open up your bra, show your tits 7%. Yeah. MMA show with the holes and the more. Yeah. JBH with the news. You really can't compare. Throw your thumbs in the air. Throw your thumbs in the air.
Like the video.
150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care.
Woo, my God.
Dislikes can listen to Tyron Woodley rap.
All right. We get to 300, we'll do it again. All right, here we go, Jess. Ready?
516-522-0267. That's 516-522-0267. Call in, let us know your thoughts on Conor McGregor, Dustin Poirier, Michael Chandler, Dan Hooker. What is next after UFC 257? If you can't get in, keep on calling, my friend, because there's going to be a lot of people jamming up those lines.
Yeah, it should be a good night.
716, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
Yo, it's Sanosi.
What's up, Sanosi?
Not much. Wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
What's on your mind?
Oh, got a lot, but I'll try to cut it down so we're not forever because you guys have enough of people tonight.
All right.
And I even wrote down shit so that way we can get through this faster.
Ooh, notes.
Yes, I know, but so professional. So, what about that Michael Chandler performance? I just love the fact that, so many doubters underneath a 3-time champion.
It is crazy, man. I mean, a lot of people didn't give the man respect. I'm very excited that Chandler won the way he did. It makes things so much more interesting. And man, oh man, did he look good.
Yeah, I can't believe he pulled it off the way he did. I thought he was going to pull his wrestling out more. The fact that he went pure striker kind of surprised me.
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, he's knocked some fools out back in the day. People kept on talking about Brooks. Oh, Brooks beat him. Brooks was shit, blah, blah, blah. I tell you what, Stenosi, they keep falling into this MMA math thing. When are they going to learn?
I mean, Brooks was a bum, but yeah, he was. I think Brooks was better back in Bellator, but I think the difference between Brooks and Chandler is I think Brooks got shook once he got to the UFC.
Mm. Yeah, Chandler's his mind, he seems like he's not the type of guy where you can really get into his head.
And you know what? I also think, which will lead to my second question in a second, I think the fact that of how his personality is, he could actually be a potential decent seller in the future if he keeps it up the way he does.
He could. I think people have to realize, though, he is 34 years old. So he said he's not here for, what is it, a long time. He's here for a good time. Yeah. So.
Well, he has like maybe 3-4 years tops left. Yeah, he's not going to push 40.
He's saying 5 years. The way his body is, and with him doing backflips off the cage and shit like that, I give him 2. I go 2 years. I get a good strong 2 years out of the guy because he's going to eventually break down.
I'm waiting for a black flip to backfire like Dana said, and basically, he's out for 6 months because he did a fucking dumbass stunt.
Yeah. I don't know. I see 2 or 3 years. I see with Michael Chandler over here. But we'll see. I hope it's longer because it'd be fun, seeing what he can do in the UFC and how long he can do it for.
Yeah. And the whole thing with, I'll get this one out of the way. I was going to not mention it, but everyone, it's the big one. It was so crushing watching humble dad McGregor get flattened to the ground by Poirier.
I wanted to cry. But I didn't. I held it together. Jesse held it together too. She was going to cry. We were all going to cry. We were Olaying. We were having a party. We were having a blast. And all of a sudden, that happened.
I cared so much.
Boom.
Wasn't part of the plan. It wasn't part of our plan, at least.
It was, that was a painful experience to go through seeing that. Because, we're thinking Poirier is going to either beat him to a decision or, obviously a decision or a submission. But we're not thinking he's going to, that was practically a knockout, not even a TKO.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
So, that's the least.
I'm re-looking at the stats. I really didn't take a peek at this. I just kind of tried to turn it off and forget about it. But 53 to 52 on total strikes, right? Pretty even there. And then 48 to 29, significant. And did you know 48 of them were calf kicks?
Yeah, you ain't getting up. Oh, and the question you had earlier about the Poirier's comment about the kicks was his fight with Gaethje.
Okay. Oh yeah. When Poirier felt it himself and knew that sucked. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, if he went through Gaethje knowing, oh damn, that sucks, getting hit like that, then yeah, naturally it's like, well, what's McGregor's best game? His weird movements, his strikes obviously, but then he could do those kicks.
Yeah. Well, the deal is the whole story with Poirier. He's a southpaw, but his power hand is the right, like Cormier said. So he's got that powerful right hook. And then to throw the calf kick, you need to be on the same stance, right? So you need to be orthodox, or southpaw in order for that to really be effective. So it comes from good coaching, really. I mean, these guys see these things and they execute them. And Mike Brown is, like they said earlier, he is a genius.
Oh, yeah. He did a takedown early, so that kind of probably already messed with Conor a little bit, even though I knew Conor was not going to be in danger as badly in the ground. Because, the dude has been on the ground many times, and he does better than what people think.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's fine on the ground, too. Conor even said at the press conference, maybe I'll take him down next time.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
We'll see. All right.
I'll get to the last question, because about thinking this is kind of the main point between all of this. lacking the UFC. Well, looking at the current roster we have, you can see the disdain and just pain in Dana White's face, sweating bullets after seeing his money basically going away from Conor losing and Khabib, obviously now more than ever, proving he's gone. Now, the part that goes into the whole 2020 thing is 2021 is if Izzy loses both his title fights, Francis or John Jones doesn't get Stipe, Nunes is most likely retiring, and Figueiredo probably, if he does lose, who are they going to depend on in the future to sell this shit? Because they don't got that many people left for big money. I mean, all you really have is your potential futures like Holland, Khamzat, and O'Malley maybe. But, you don't have that many ingrown stars right now.
Well, here's the thing. Conor, he's not going anywhere right yet, but he is a unicorn. And when Conor is gone, there will be a significant change. The UFC is not going to be done. They always find ways of succeeding.
Oh, they'll find it, yeah.
But he is the unicorn, and like him or hate him, you're going to miss him because it's crazy. It's like an event. Like it's a massive event anytime he steps in the cage or gets ready for a fight. Everyone's watching. The world's watching. So hopefully we could see someone that could do something similar, but there will only be one Conor McGregor.
Honestly, if he only has say 5 fights left in him, even though I think it'd be really weird, I think they should try to pair him up with Jorge Masvidal at some point.
Maybe we'll see.
Just if you can't give him, if Conor's going to be out of the title picture at some point, you might as well just throw him for the BMF. At least Masvidal can make $1 million, so if you throw those two together, Dana will be seeing paychecks and no ground shit.
Yeah. All right, I think that's a little down the road, though. I think when things start going certain ways, that's like a backup situation that they would surely entertain. Here we go, DVSV.
I feel like we will see bad boy Conor when he fights one of Abdullah Sleez's boys again. My pick would be Conor McNuggies versus Islam McCheese.
Oh, really
if anything, it is the closest Conor will ever get to beating Khabib.
Well...
Oh, yes. Watered down hybrid Khabib, a.k.a. Khamzat. Yeah, that actually would be a good one, too.
Yeah, everyone's talking about that. It's kind of wild how that's popping up, but we'll see. All right, Sonosi, man, thank you.
Yep, peace.
All right, that's Sonosi coming in. Yeah, a lot of people are talking about that. People are saying that this Islam McCheese is a better striker than he's like Khabib, but that's a better striker. They're saying a lot of people are high on him, but I think he's got a little ways to go before he's fighting the big boys. We'll see.
516-522-0267.
All right, 516-522-0267. We're talking Conor McGregor. His big loss Saturday night, first time ever knocked out Dustin Poirier with a fantastic game plan, a fantastic win. You look at Michael Chandler doing that little flippity-flu thing up top there. Well, on the UFC website, that's literally what you see when you go there. Like if you go to the UFC.com, and here it is. Look at that. What do you think about that, Jess? This is what I'm saying, man. The UFC does not give a fuck about Poirier. Mm-hmm. This is what they're showing. This is when you go to their website. Listen, make no mistake, Michael Chandler is great, but they do not want Dustin Poirier to be the champ.
732, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's the name? What's on your mind?
What's up, you guys? It's Justin Jr.
Hey, Justin. How you doing?
I'm doing good. So, man, what happened to your boy? He got slumped up against the fence. I mean, they said it was the TKO. I saw it as a knockout. Man, it was. I bet it was rough to watch as a McGregor fan, right?
Do you think? Well, I don't know. You picked him. You tell me.
Yeah, no, I picked Conor. I thought he would win, but
so tell me, was it tough?
I was actually kind of rooting for Dustin in the fight.
Mm-hmm. Now, listen, it was a TKO, and the reason why it was a TKO is because it was a knockout because of the first round. The leg kicks added up. Conor could not fucking stand. So when Dustin did crack him, he was already hurt. It's a TKO, man. You know the difference between a knockout and a TKO.
What do you mean? He went lip. He got removed from consciousness.
He got removed from consciousness. No, he was.
I don't remember that.
What are you talking about?
I remember him just laying there. Yeah, but
he was laying there.
No,
he wasn't unconscious.
They showed a different. Excuse me, sorry to cut you off. They showed actually a different angle on the replay. God. He was out cold.
He was in tremendous pain.
He was not unconscious.
What are you talking? You're just trolling, dude. You saw the fight.
Look at the comment section. Look at the comment.
Oh yeah, that's right. The comments. Oh, the comment section is the Bible, right? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You saw. Tell me what you saw in your eyes.
Want
You
me
saw.
to put a picture up on the site?
It's one picture of his eyes closed. He was in tremendous pain. He was not knocked
That's not
out.
what I'm talking about. Oh my god.
Oh my God.
Give me a.
Did the ref not stop the fight? Did the ref not stop the fight? Did the ref not stop the fight? Did he not step in and stop the fight?
Yeah, he saved Conor from
It's a
getting
TKO.
killed out there. I mean, he was limp.
All right. Anyway, you picked him, Dustin. I thought you were picking Genie. What happened?
We can't get them all right.
Wonderful.
Did you get Hooker right? Did you get the? Oh, hold on. Can I know what's coming in?
The real loser Saturday night was Dustin. The poor guy's boss was visibly devastated by the results. Dustin didn't give a shit during the post-fight presser, and I don't blame him.
Oh,
Lol,
man.
Justin Jr. Conor was in the astral plane. Look at the comments. Thumbs up.
Come on, Justin. Who'd you pick in the co-main?
I picked Hooker.
Oh my
round
God,
two.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesse, what are we doing here?
Look at the comments.
Look at the comments, Justin. All right, so what do you think? I mean, honestly, okay, clearly you think he was knocked out. That's great. What else do you think about? I mean,
I can actually, let's put a picture up on the site.
But here's
Please
why
do.
a picture doesn't do it justice, Justin.
Send the video.
If you put a picture, you're
He was
literally
out
taking a
cold.
screenshot of a moment when he was
Jesus,
lying there with his eyes closed. You could do that with any fighter who gets knocked down.
I'm not talking about the meme that was put out everywhere. There
No,
was
fuck the
actually a
meme.
different angle of the knockout.
okay.
Let's see. My buddy sent me a picture. Let me see. I'll put it up on the site. I'll tell
Okay,
you
send
guys
it.
later about it. But how about Michael Chandler, man? I mean, a lot of the people were doubting. Did you guys hang up on me already, or I'm still here? Hello. Hello.
Hello? Dustin?
Justin.
Yeah, sorry. I
Dustin
thought you-
Poirier?
I thought you made
I'm sorry.
up.
Dustin Poirier? Justin, what's up, man? I hear you.
No, I was talking about Michael Chandler. I mean, a lot of people coming in here were doubting him, saying he's going to lose. And I was, I'm in the same boat as far as that. I thought he'd lose. I thought he was coming in a little too brash. And boy, did he pull it off, man. I mean, we all knew about the iron in his hands. I don't mean to, be a joke there, but man, he showed up, man. And this gives a better look to Bellator, and you got to wonder now just how good is Patricio Pitbull, right?
Yeah, Pitbull is good. He is good. I'll give him credit, man. The guy, he would be fun to watch in the UFC too. Bring over AJ McKee while you're at it too, and even Pico.
Yeah, AJ McKee.
Yeah, a couple of the guys.
I still think Bellator is, they're levels behind the UFC, or steps behind, I guess you would say. But man, I mean, but how about Ribas? I mean, Jesus, man, she controlled round one. She got the takedown. She won round one, but her striking is just not all there. I mean,
yeah, she got fucking schooled. I was shocked.
She shit the bed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was
and
shocking.
I guess, can we all agree that Herb Dean's overrated as a ref?
yeah. He's. I don't know. I think he's getting old. I think he's getting a little old.
No, I don't think it's that. I think what's happening is I think there's a lot of pressure. Herb Dean messed up multiple times, and now he's got this pressure. He knows everyone's watching him and waiting for him to mess up again, and I think it's just too much pressure for him, and he just keeps making these very crucial mistakes.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Maybe he's overthinking things.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, I mean, the Jessica fight, a lot of people thought that was going to be, a garbage fight, but it actually looked, it was a pretty decent fight, right? I mean, Joanne Calderwood, I know Jessica's still alive, but, Jessica's still in the bantamweight division, but, it was a pretty good fight, man.
Justin, I said it on air. I think this is the decision of the year. I love this fight. I was on the edge of my seat. I don't know what Jesse was talking about, but I thought this fight was amazing.
That fight was brutal.
Amazing. I'm with you, Justin.
Yeah. Hey, guys, apparently some clowns in the chat, they think a 6-minute call is too long, so I'll be heading out.
All right.
You guys have a good one. I'm sorry for arguing last night, but check the site. I put a picture up, and yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Justin.
You guys have a good one.
You too.
Excited.
Oops. By the way, Justin's having ARIEL Helwani. Give him a plug. ARIEL Helwani is coming on Justin's show. Justin, the MMA Genie, when you see him in the chat over there, go give him a follow. The MMA Genie, he's going to have ARIEL Helwani on Friday night. Now, I do expect him to ask the question that I asked. 2 questions, 2 things I wanted him to talk to ARIEL about. I expect those to be said. All right, but yeah, there's other things on this card that we are going to get into, but I do want to field the questions of the main and co-main. What do you think about this, though? I just want to open this conversation up real quick, and then we'll open the phone lines back up. When you go to the UFC website, you see Michael Chandler doing a flip. You do not see Dustin Poirier finishing for the first time, knocking out Conor McGregor. TKO.
Well, of course you're not going to see that because, like you said, Conor McGregor is the golden cow. Why would they put him in like getting knocked out? Like, why would they do that? They're not going to do that.
That is nuts.
No way they're not going to do that.
That is like, seriously, listen, I'm the biggest Conor fanboy there is, but this is such a slap in the face to Dustin Poirier. Like, legit. They are literally saying to you, listen, we want Michael Chandler to do good. We don't give a fuck about Poirier. That is crazy, UFC. Shit job, man.
516-522-0267. Call in, let us know what you guys thought about UFC 257. And, oh, goodness. And whether or not you think Conor McGregor got knocked out unconscious.
Yeah, Justin, trying to ruffle some feathers over here. I mean, I know a lot of people are going to say that, and that's fine. Listen, say whatever the hell you want. I don't give a shit, but I severely disagree, but it's all right. Yeah. But listen, a knockout's a knockout. If you think about it. TKO, KO, it's the same shit.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
Well, I mean, yeah, some look worse than others, but TKO is pretty bad.
One is literally like a dead fish.
Oh, there he is on a thumbnail, Jesse. This is
unconscious Conor.
So what's going on with our phone lines? What happened? Let's see.
503, you're live with the MMA-Holes. Why'd you end that?
No, we were calling them.
No, it was live.
Hold on a second.
Oh.
No, Jess. I swear to God. Hold on. Let me fix this up. Let me fix up the phone lines. We were calling them. It said it was a live call. I know. We were calling them live. What the fuck are you talking about? So Google Hangouts, we're going to have to get a new phone line system. Shit.
It was technically a KO TKO. Dustin went off script and fooked McTapper. How do we call? So 516-522-0267. If you don't get in, you just got to keep trying, man.
Yeah, we don't have a waiting system, but we'll try to get to everyone tonight. Yeah. I apologize. It looks like the Hangouts is
all conked out.
I don't know what the fuck's like Google's killing
Justin,
me.
Don't spam, man. Don't do it. Don't make me do it.
All right, 516-522-0267. Let's try to get this party popping again. Apologies for the technical difficulties. Hopefully it comes through nice and wonderful.
And smooth.
Wonderful.
Let's look at the poll over here, too. This is actually pretty funny. So we put this up over here. Let's see the results. Oh, no. What is this, Jess? So why is it doing this? What is this? Here we go. All right.
Unknown caller, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
Hey, guys. It's Kevin from Denver. How you doing?
Good, hey, Kevin from Denver. What's on your mind?
I've got a couple points. So the first one is, I think Justin and Charles Oliveira should fight.
Okay.
And then whoever wins that one should fight Dustin for the title.
I like that. I like that a lot. I read an article a little while ago about Dana White wanting to put together Justin and Oliveira in the springtime. I don't know how true that is. I don't know if that's something that they're going to bring to fruition. I think they might have other plans for Justin Gaethje. Regardless, I love that idea.
Yeah, I like Michael Chandler, but like I said, I haven't seen enough of him to kind of give him a shot or put him right there. But he is right there, and he has proven for the most part.
100%.
All right. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, so the other thing about Conor is if I were Conor, right, the fight I would take next would be Tony, because they're both coming off losses and they're both in question, right, to some degree. And if I wanted a tougher fight, I would take Max at 155.
Really?
Interesting.
That
is interesting. I tell you what.
You think that's a tougher fight?
Max, yeah, 100%. I think that's a tougher fight.
At 155?
I don't like Max at 155. Yeah. I'm a little fearful of him.
If anything, I don't know. I feel like he would slow down a little bit. I don't know.
Well, I feel like that would be like that would be the storyline. So it's just like Max coming up, and then Conor. You know what I mean? And then they're like, if Conor beats them, then that puts him right back in the mix.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking with the Max thing, I think Max has a whole new situation going on, especially after his last fight. If Conor, and there was talks about this, I don't think it's ever going to happen, But there was rumbling that Conor's camp was saying, you know what, his McGregor fast works so well that he may want to go back to 145 and dabble into that a little bit, right? Then I could see the Max thing working at this moment right now. I would say, okay, that would be kind of interesting. But at 155, there's a lot of options. You can have Conor Gaethje. You could have Conor Diaz 3. You can have Conor Poirier 3. You can have Conor versus Tony Ferguson. A lot of things to play with at 155. So I think Max Holloway might be on the lower end of that list.
I mean, Conor versus Justin, that sounds like an absolute nightmare.
Yeah, well, now with the leg kick situation. But Gaethje, is he a southpaw or orthodox? He is, I don't remember. Do you know?
My guess would be orthodox.
I would imagine so. And that calf kick is something that works with southpaw and southpaw fighters, right? So Gaethje, yes, could chop down the leg, but it's not the exact same kick. So, yeah. That's my opinion. By the way, I got sidetracked. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. Justin Jr. put the picture on the website.
His eyes are open.
Is Conor
what the
knocked
fuck?
out cold? Fucking Justin.
You're such a troll, man.
My last point with Conor is I still think that guy's got some left in him. Like I'm not writing that guy off at all. Like like I said, Dustin's a tough matchup. Khabib's a tough matchup. But I mean, there's so many other lightweights, and on any given day, anyone can lose. So I'm not writing him off at all.
Me neither, man. Listen, Conor has something left in the tank. Now, if the spark is not there, okay, we can discuss that. But what I saw at that post-fight press conference, this guy's not going anywhere. This guy has something left, and he's not going to go out like that.
So long as he doesn't bring his kids around.
Yeah, just keep the fucking kids home. You know what I'm saying? Jesus.
Yeah. Get the distractions out of the way.
That's it. Stop prancing your family around. Let's go. All right. Thank you, my man.
All right, guys. Have a great night.
You too. 516-522-0267.
Here's Conor knocked out cold. There he is. I mean, I think the meme picture, you have a better argument. But I don't know what we're doing with this. Poor Conor. He's taking it, he's relaxing.
Oh, Lord.
He's a relaxing man.
917, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
Hey, my name's Nathan, and I'd like to talk about the Conor Poirier fight. I was very disappointed with the outcome. I think that Conor, his new boxing stance was a little stiff, and it was kind of easy for Poirier to expose that. And I feel like if he maybe goes back to that like karate, like on the toes, moving around, more mobility, I feel like he could get maybe in the third fight, get Poirier with that, catch him early. But I feel like he wasn't going in as much. He kept landing some good shots, but then I feel like he was trying to hold his energy for the later rounds when he could have been unloading early in that first round.
I'm going to have to agree with you. And I think I said it during the actual reaction. I said he kept playing inside the clinch a lot. And I kept wondering why he was doing that, because Conor would have been so great, especially if he did, cause Dustin to see stars in the first round. He should have put the pressure and the power on him instead of just playing inside the clinch. It just didn't. It was weird. It didn't make any sense why he was doing that.
What happened to Flowy McGregor? The McGregor waving the arms around and trying to, and then zipping in the punch and waving it around some more and like sniping you. Like that McGregor's been gone for a while. We haven't seen that. Maybe that's why people think he's all washed up and done. I think he just is. What is going on here? The phone lines are going crazy.
Apparently, the dork in the park that he was playing touch butt with, he stopped working with him for this camp, and that was like his mobility trainer. So apparently that might be one of the things. But I'd like to say something. Hey, Justin, you're taking everything I work for, motherfucker. I'm gonna fight your fucking ass.
Oh shit, that's a nice call out right there. Holy shit! What was his name again? Did you get
Nathan?
Nathan. Nathan's calling out Justin Jr.
I think you have received SMS and voicemail.
Oh, we're receiving text messages?
Yeah.
Okay. 516-522-0267. That Flowy McGregor's gone, man. Unless you bring Touch Butt back. And by the way, this is Tony Clark _MMA. Go give him a follow.
Unknown caller, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
By the way, hey, it's me. I'm gonna get this out as quickly as I possibly can. I know other people want to call in, but I have to address the community about something. And look, this is important to me. And may I please have the floor?
Is it about the UFC 257 card?
Look, Okay. Just let me get this out because I'm about to save you guys some future fucking drama and headaches. And before anyone bitches, I'm Columbo. I dropped the 20, so I paid for the skull. Don't worry, I'm not going to be on for 20 minutes.
All right, what's up?
So those of you who are on the stream for the Thursday gaming stream, you saw the fake Uncle Savage account, and everybody thinks it was Deacon. Well, I'm here to tell you that it wasn't, and I know this for a fact, and I know who it was.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to call that motherfucker out right now. Because that shit kind of pissed me off.
All right, who was it?
Yeah, just give me a second. Have you ever watched Columbo? You don't just point your fucking finger and say, that's the guy, man. You gotta explain.
Listen, you gotta get it out, man.
Yeah, okay, I will. Don't worry. And trust me, it's going to blow your mind. Okay, so, yeah, I should have fucking caught it during the stream, but if you can believe it or not, I was actually sober when it happened because I was kind of doing some shit, but, afterwards, I started having a couple drinks, and everything started coming together and shit. Then I talked to Deacon, and look, the guy swore on his fucking children's lives that it wasn't him.
Listen.
Yeah, I don't care, though.
Who cares?
Yeah, I don't
Who cares?
Yeah, I get it. Look, I'm not trying to make peace between you guys. You have your opinion about him. Frankly, I don't give a shit anymore. I'm here because
Drunk, who is it?
I don't want the fucking community to see him like that as that guy, and I don't want this person to get away with it. Because that was kind of fucked up.
So you're saying it was RX?
No.
Okay.
Because
are you
Deacon
say
and
who
RX
it was
are still
or no?
friends.
Okay. All right, so who is it
Deacon
then?
and RX are still friends, and RX would never throw a friend under the bus like that. That's one thing I respect about him.
Yeah, Drunk, you have to understand that there's probably 200 people here that have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
And want to talk about the
I don't
car.
care. Look, to the people who do care, okay, because one thing that pissed me off is at the beginning of this, he dropped this comment that pertained to a situation I'm having with my mother. And, yeah, that was uncalled for and pretty fucked up, in my opinion.
Okay.
That's what pisses me off. And, look, there was other things like Deacon, you know, I know how he trolls. And there was
All right,
shit
Drunk,
he
you
didn't drop.
got to tell us who it is. If you're not going to tell us who it is, I mean, I don't know what you want.
I'm going to tell you. Just
This is
give me a
really
second.
dramatic.
Yeah, it's a little overkill.
Just give me a second. Because if I just drop the name, you're never going to believe me until I tell you
we don't
why
care,
I think it's
honestly.
this
All right,
person.
drop the name, and I'll let you know if I believe you or not.
Yeah, just give me a second.
Oh, my God.
So
I wish Dustin Poirier would come in here and
the
fucking chop my
situation
leg down.
with my mother, only a few people know about this. And the troll, like I said, there are key troll moves that Deacon Wood dropped. He didn't bring up Steve Johnson. He didn't bring up Gage and Russia and May. He didn't tell Jesse to twerk. Those are all key fucking Deacon things.
Okay.
And, yeah, what else? Fucking. And what really fucking, the last piece of the puzzle was his typing speed, how fast he got some of his comments out. Deacon doesn't type that fast, especially when drunk. RX doesn't type that fast. But there is one person who does type that fast.
Okay, who?
To that person, I say, you ruined your reputation here, brother. It was fucking Justin Jr.
Okay. Thank you.
No.
Okay.
Hey.
So you say no, it's Justin Jr., okay.
Yeah, and
how do you know it's Justin?
Jr. But
how do you know it's him?
Don't fucking try to come under people's names and pin it on other people like that. That's fucked up. You almost caused a rift between me and a friend.
I feel like I'm playing Among Us right now.
All right, this is like drama we don't need.
Drunk,
on the
we
show.
love you, but I literally feel like I'm playing Among Us. Like, is he the imposter? Like, who gives a fuck, man? Listen, I hope you're.
Yeah, you might not give a fuck, but yeah, I do.
But you're bringing it onto our show, like.
Yeah,
come on, man.
Drunk, come on. Like, listen, this is an MMA show, and this drama, I don't care. Like, I honestly don't care about this stuff. This is like off-air shit with you guys, and if it comes in the chat, I'm just gonna start banning people.
Everybody needs to fucking know he's a fucking snake in the grass.
All right.
Okay. Well, that's fair enough.
Okay, and one more thing. Congrats to you guys on your fucking big news with the new gig. You know, I know you guys are gonna fucking kill it, and good luck to both of y'all.
Thank you, Drunk.
Appreciate that, Drunk. Thank you.
And Jesse.
Yes.
Cereal is not soup.
Okay.
Cereal is not soup. All right, thank you, Drunk. Appreciate that.
Cereal is dry. You don't need liquid for it. It's not fucking soup.
Okay. Thank
All
you.
right.
Appreciate that, man.
All right.
Bye. Okay. Thank you. Justin Jr. The Justin Jr. with the candlestick. Like, I don't, honestly.
This
I
is
don't
an MMA show. We're not. The drama does not happen over here. That's next level second channel shit. Enough. I don't want to fucking hear it. It does not matter. That was ridiculous. That was honestly ridiculous.
People are like, what the fuck? What did I stumble on? Cereal isn't soup, though. It's true. He's right about that.
Yeah. 516-522-0267.
So now they're saying that was Justin. Okay.
Who cares? Who cares?
No, I don't care.
Troll.
I'm just
Who cares?
laughing. Listen. This thing is, it's quite you know what, before I take the phone calls, I'm sorry, we're backed up on donations. Let me just play these real quick. Maybe this will help us clear our minds.
Wonderful.
Oh my God.
Who cares if it was a TKO? Do you guys understand what a TKO is? It's when the red stops it before it can become a KO.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
That's true. Right, Connor? Yes, sir. Thank you, Crazy HD Vids. Appreciate it. All right. Thank you for the new subs, guys. Appreciate it. We'll get back into the phone calls in a second.
Wonderful.
We got DVSV Flood.
I feel real bad for Dustin Poirier and Joe Biden. They were the winners, but all I see on my news feed are memes of Conor and Bernie, and some mixes of the two.
Okay, thank you, DVSV. Thank you. I'm sorry, my head's fucking spinning right now.
Wonderful.
It's absolutely spinning. Kainoto.
The only fight to make is Conor versus Chandler. If Conor wins, he beat the guy with monstrous debut. If Chandler wins, they'll build the Chandler hype train.
Yeah.
Justin Jr., thanks for that pick. I'm making another meme.
There you go.
Another meme.
Send it to Judith.
From Kainoto.
Wonderful.
Crazy HD Vids.
Your eyes can be open when you are out, by the way. That TKO was only to save Conor from drooling in the canvas, lol.
Listen, if it kept going, yeah, Conor was going to turtle up and listen, the dude's leg was fucking done. And I just want to make this too. Like, did you notice there on his face, he wasn't really Dustin Poirier looked more lumped up than Conor. It was the calf kicks.
Lumped up.
You see Dustin's face at the post-fight press conference? It was lumped up. More than Conor. Like, if you look at the two and say, okay, who won this fight? You would say Conor did.
On the face,
yeah,
but
that's what I'm saying. It was the calf kick. The calf kick was the reasoning for the situation. We all know this. I don't understand. Like, why? Trying to change the narrative here.
Come on, get loud, MMA-Holes in the crowd. Come on, get loud, MMA-Holes in the crowd. Got MMA-Holes in the crowd. MMA-Holes in the crowd. MMA-Holes in the crowd.
Yeah, baby.
Look at that photo. Do it, Moss. Stand right foot forward, left arm leading. See how much you can move. That is bullshit.
Right
arm forward, left arm. What are we talking? Are we talking about
right foot forward, left arm leading.
What are you talking about? This picture?
No.
What is he talking about? Or is he talking about this picture?
I don't know.
I think he's talking about this picture. Yeah. What does he say? Are you guys trying to angle the fact that he was out cold? Is that what you're trying to do? Like, I mean, I don't see it, but listen, it was a good stop, no doubt about it. I mean, he was fucking hurt, seriously hurt. But let's be honest here, his legs completely gave out on him. I mean, does it really? Wait, I'm trying to figure this out now. I'm trying to backpedal here and trying to figure this out. I think maybe it's because Conor fans aren't showing much of a reaction, so we're trying to dig for more things about Conor lost. I mean, I don't know what you want us to say. Like, do you want us? I'm trying to figure it out. Help me out here. I'm just trying to figure out what are we trying to prove? Because we're not getting the proper reaction, so we're gonna.
Crazy HD.
I love how people blame the leg kicks like it's their first time watching MMA. Lamau. Izzy chopped Costa's leg and set up his hands too. Same thing. Lol, nobody says Costa would do better without the leg kicks, but with Conor it's like, would you do that? Crying face.
Conor said, oh my goodness. Okay, so Conor said that he wasn't prepared for that. He was giving Dustin Poirier all the credit in the world. He said his leg was done, dead. The nerve was shot. So I don't understand why that's a bad thing. Like, why are you guys saying that that's a terrible thing that Dustin Poirier fucking took his leg out? What's going on? I'm trying to figure this out. Like, what is the point? Why are you trying to take the credit away from the leg kick? It was a brilliant fucking play, and Conor just did not. You would think something so simple like that Conor would have adjusted to or realized that that could happen, and he didn't. I think I know what it is. The fact that Conor McGregor said that he hasn't been in the cage for a while, right? Saying the layoff played a part in this, right? The leg kick as a quote-unquote excuse, then it gives validity to or credibility to the actual what Conor actually said. So I think what people are trying to do is trying to shoot down everything Conor said so they could make him sound worse because he handled the post-fight press conference so well. I mean, this is like a witch hunt now. The guy fucking got knocked out. I'm just trying to figure out what are we trying to do. So now we're trying to pile on. The dude got knocked out, and honestly, I see TKO. You say knockout. Okay, that's fine. Regardless of the fact that knockout's a knockout. To me, a TKO and a knockout is a knockout. It's a finish. And it's a finish that's never happened to Conor before. So I'm giving you that. I don't understand this bullshit. Like, it was
a hot sauce.
It's so fucking weird. Maybe it was the hot sauce. I don't know. Like, I can't figure this
Chandler
out.
is okay. Dan Hooker is a bum. He is a 500 fighter now and does not deserve to be at the top. In other news, did Conor fanboys think he can be champ with just a left hand?
Be champ with just that's all Conor has is a left hand.
Super chat.
The only thing he has.
What could Conor have done differently?
Well, we did discuss this earlier.
Leg kicks.
I mean, yeah, you have to check a leg kick like that. You have to check differently.
Stay out of the clinch and play with the striking. That's what he should have done.
I was watching a lot of analysts. We're no analysts here, but I was watching a lot of people talk about this that actually compete and have cage time and this whole deal. And in order to check a calf kick like that, and you have to be, it's a unique kick because it can only be thrown if you have two guys of the same stance, right?
Yeah.
Two orthodox, two southpaws, right? Which I didn't know until now. I had no fucking idea that this calf kick is something, right? So it's a unique kick in that aspect, right? So I think Conor was prepared for checking kicks, but not that specific type of kick. I don't know why it's such a fucking big deal. Like people are like, oh, he knocked him out. The leg kick did nothing. What? All right, let's open those phone lines. 516-522-0267. It's really weird, man, right?
516-522-0267.
It's interesting. I like the feistiness, though. I do like the feistiness. It's a little weird, but I do like the feistiness over here. Let's get your calls back in over here as we're trying to get back on track. And whatever your opinion is, let us know. Call us up and let us know if you think something differently. So be it.
604, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
Yeah, hello, Mustafa.
Mustafa?
Hey, Mustafa.
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah, I'm calling in. Yeah, so I just watched the fight, and after watching that, I think Nate Diaz could take Khabib on. I think he's the right matchup.
Wait, hold that thought, man. I'm sorry. I didn't pause the donations. Give me 1 second. This is from Hector.
It's a good thing Conor didn't fight Justin. Justin calf kicks are way harder than Dustin's and Justin hits harder. Shows how tough Khabib is.
Can we find out, is Justin Gaethje, is he orthodox or southpaw?
I don't know, actually.
Can we look this up? Can you look it up real quick while I talk to Mustafa over here? Thank you for the donation, Hector. Appreciate that. If he is an orthodox fighter, the calf kicks don't play a part in the Conor McGregor fight because you can't throw it really the same way because you're of a different stance. He is orthodox. Yeah, so orthodox. That donation, listen, I'm talking from, not from my knowledge, but I'm talking from the experts' knowledge. And basically you cannot throw that similar kick if you have a different stance, an opposing stance. So, yeah, you have to talk about Justin Gaethje's fire in his hands. And he can chop him down with leg kicks, but not the calf kick. All right, back to Mustafa.
Yeah, I was thinking Nate Diaz is a good matchup for Khabib. I think Nate Diaz could beat Khabib.
You think Nate could beat Khabib? Now, why is this?
Yeah. Well, because Nate has obviously superior striking, and if he takes on the ground, which probably will happen, he has the elite level BJJ, which will nullify it, you know?
Okay. What do you think, Jesse? Jesse's a big Khabib fan. So she should be the person to field this question. I think I'm not equipped to handle this question. Jesse, what do you think?
Can you rephrase the question for me?
No, well, not question. He's basically a statement saying that he believes that Nate Diaz has the tools to beat Khabib.
I disagree.
Why is that?
Khabib is on much higher levels than anyone else in the division.
Well, Nate Diaz just beat Conor like in his prime, faster and way more proficient than Khabib did.
Khabib ragdolled Conor in the cage because he wanted to punish him for what Conor did to
Yeah,
him.
but Conor doesn't have the BJJ Nate does.
So?
Yeah.
That means nothing.
So what do you mean it means nothing? The BJJ is
You're talking
more
about two
useful
completely
than his
different
striking.
fighters going against Khabib,
What?
who has fought some of the best. Like,
Dustin Poirier is a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He's a black belt.
But Nate is a Gracie black belt. That's like it's like levels to it.
Yeah, so you're saying because of Nate's level of black belt, he would have the answers.
Well, I think he will be more well equipped on the ground compared to the last three opponents Khabib fought.
more well equipped, yes. He would have more to show, but he would not win against Khabib. Especially if Khabib gets him against the cage.
Well, Khabib like almost got submitted. I forgot, but he has shown weaknesses on the feet too. Like he's like, I see videos of him punching the air and stuff. Like Nate is obviously a better striker too. So
Khabib wouldn't let it stay
the ground
on
with
him.
the feet.
Well, all right. Okay. I'm listening. What do you think about this? Diaz Conor trilogy, which is probably more likely to happen. Who would win that fight?
Yeah. I think Nate had. Well, they both look kind of shit in both their last fights, so I still will go with Nate because I think he gave him like at the time when I watched the second fight, I thought Nate won it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think Nate didn't have enough time to prepare. Like I think the UFC kind of like rushed the rematch because they just want to get over with and get Conor's win back and shove Diaz to the sideline. So I think with a good camp and coming in shape, I think Nate will win that trilogy.
Okay. You think Nate? Let me ask you this question. I see you're a pretty big Nate Diaz fan, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think Nate will be champion by the end of 2021? What's your prediction?
Depends who he fights. You know, if this rumored Justin Gaethje fights happen, I don't know because Diaz hasn't been good at checking leg kicks. So it depends who he fights because they're obviously not going to give him a title shot based off his last fight.
Well, hey, man. Mustafa, thanks for the call.
All right. Have a good one.
You too. That's Mustafa.
516-522-0267. Call and let us know what you guys thought of the... I gotta pee. I gotta pee.
Mustafa.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Hold on a second here. Got a donation coming in. I like this fiery night here. Hector, how you doing, Hector?
This clown just said Nate Diaz can beat Khabib LMFAO. Jitfo. Nate Diaz has lost like 20 times.
How dare you talk to Mustafa like that, man? How dare you, Hector? You should know better. It's the Lion King, for God's sake. Here we go, Kiwi coming in.
Come on, get loud, MMA-Holes in the crowd. Come on, get loud, MMA-Holes in the crowd.
Got
MMA-Holes in the crowd. MMA-Holes in the crowd. MMA-Holes in the crowd.
Kiwi.
Honestly, you cannot fight right leg forward, left arm leading, try that stance on, you cannot move. Your spine is twisted. That is what I am saying. The side-by-side photo is bullshit.
Okay, all right, let's figure this out now. Thank you, Kiwi. Let's figure. So he's talking about the side-by-side this here. Right arm forward. Wait, let's read this again. So he's saying, honestly, you cannot fight right leg forward, left arm leading.
On the bottom picture, you see that? Right leg forward, left arm leading.
Wait, so you're saying, hold on, let me try this. I see what you're saying now. Okay, thank you for clarifying that, Kiwi. Okay, hold on.
Go for it.
Okay, all right. So, right, this is
Oh, it's cold in here. Moss, do you still need this fan?
I feel like I'm playing Twister. Okay, right leg forward, okay, and he has the left arm leading. So, you know what? Okay, what I'm thinking this to me looks like he's walking in That's what I'm thinking here. I don't think it's like photoshopped or some shit like that. I honestly believe that he's literally like, so he's like this. So he's kind of like he's all right. Yeah. I honestly think he's walking in. This is like him just walking in or backing up or some shit like that. That's all I think this is. I don't think this is photoshopped. Like, I don't know. Do you see this being like suspect, this picture? Like someone's tampered with this?
No.
I don't see that. I think that's a little I don't know. I'm not buying that.
Wonderful.
That kind of caught me off guard there because I would have never thought that.
Mufasa, shut up. Diaz got destroyed by Khabib's lackey Josh Thompson. Diaz is a chem-lol.
He's not a can. What are you talking about? Nate Diaz is not a can, man. What are you talking about? That dude could beat Khabib. Look at this. Look at his Tapology picture. He's slapping Conor.
Wonderful.
Double champ.
Hey buddy, Khabib is a master Sambo fighter and wrestler. He will overpower and outclass Diaz. Look at what Rory did to Nate. He suplexed him into the same dimension that Conor was in Justin's picture of Conor. I'm a Nate fan too.
Okay. That's from Kainoto coming in. Thank you, Kainoto.
Wonderful.
Okay, we got Uncle Savage.
Sorry, I forgot to ask, did you get my package? It was a little gift for Lady C's birthday. Sorry for bringing drama to tonight. I hated doing it, but I had to clear my friend's name. You understand?
I don't understand. I'm sorry, man. Listen, I get like there's like weird shit going on and everything, but I don't understand why you would try to derail our main show for some stupid shit like that. I do not understand.
Yeah, we'll leave that on the second channel. If you want to play around over there, then that's cool. You can clear your name there. But like
not
here,
on our main channel,
there's
man.
a lot of new people that honestly, this is we have fun over here. It's about having fun and talking MMA. No drama. I don't want to do that here. If you want to do that on the second channel, we won't entertain it there either. But at least it's more tolerable. I think that's fair, right?
Super chat.
God first.
Khabib fans are delusional. He ate P4P goat.
Wow, he's not pound for pound.
Khabib fans are delusional.
I don't think he's pound for pound goat
Get
either.
the fuck out of here.
I think 155 goat. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
it's not even a
there's
question
still
now.
a lot of Khabib fans that don't say he's the pound for pound GOAT. That's just subjective. That's like that's a subjective opinion. So I don't think you can really categorize.
As long as John Jones is there, Khabib's not the pound for pound GOAT.
Yeah, you can't categorize all Khabib fans in there though. There's a lot of Khabib fans who do not think he's the pound for pound.
That's bullshit.
No, there's
every
a lot.
Khabib fan thinks he's the
You
pound for pound
convinced
GOAT.
me that he wasn't pound for pound.
Wait, what? When did this happen?
155 pound GOAT.
Wait.
I would love to see him in the pound for pound spot, but all of the arguments. Remember that night that we had the whole.
No. When did this happen?
Remember the night that we did a whole show on it, on who belonged in the pound for pound spot, and afterwards, like for like a week after, I just kept thinking about it. It kept sticking in my head.
So you
like
think now
that maybe I'm wrong, and maybe he doesn't belong in the pound for pound spot. But the 155 pound GOAT, I would put him there for sure.
So John Jones is now back to the GOAT.
Yeah, I understand. I understand. I understand where people are coming from. What? Yeah, Muff Metal. You remember the show? We did a whole show on who was the pound for pound GOAT.
Yeah, we literally argued for hours about it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and I didn't feel that way that night, but for like a week after, I just kept like obsessing over it. I couldn't stop thinking about why people were saying that he wasn't the pound for pound GOAT.
I need a break. I'll be right back, Jesse.
And yeah,
I can't believe my ears right now. This is shocking news. This is more shocking than Conor getting knocked out.
All right, well, don't rub it in, or I might say he's the pound for pound GOAT again. Go back to 145. Khabib, he's scared of King Conor. He's not scared, man. He's just retired. What? This is what I don't understand. When a fighter retires and he's done for, like, how come when someone wants to pull him out of retirement and it doesn't work, all of a sudden he's scared? That makes no sense, dude. It makes no freaking sense. Hold on one second.
Super chat.
FVGC.
Maybe Kavanaugh is the problem. Has a yes man. Mike Brown is a real quality coach.
Maybe Kavanaugh is the problem. I have an article. I would love to read it. I don't think Kavanaugh's the problem. I don't even think that the camp that he's staying in is the problem, to be fair. I think it's, if you're going to give Conor any kind of excuse, which I cannot imagine why you would do that, then it would be the distractions. I don't think it's the camp. I really don't. I don't think it's the team.
Oh,
I don't think it's any of them.
super chat.
God first.
Stop lying, Jesse. All Khabib fans say he's P4P.
Not me.
That's true.
It's not a lie.
Yeah, but this is new. This is breaking news by you. This is breaking news because
because nobody wants to say that about their favorite fighter. Nobody wants to say that.
So
why
okay.
would I want to say that? But I'm saying it to prove a point that
Wow.
not all Khabib fans are in that category.
So I mean, you and like Huey says, Jones is a cheat. I mean, that was your angle.
Yeah, and I still feel. Listen.
So what happened to that angle?
There will always be a part of me. See, and this is God. It makes
All
me
right,
want to
you know
argue
what?
it again.
Yeah, let's not go down that road because I feel like this is just going to go down that slippery slope.
There's always going to be a part of me that believes that given that John Jones was a cheater, he does not belong in the pound for pound spot, and that Khabib deserves it.
So okay, Conor McGregor changing camps. I took a little piss over that. And I was thinking about it. Right? Could you imagine if a Conor McGregor was at American Top Team training with savages? Could you imagine if he was at like a Jackson Wink or one of these gyms that legit, I mean, Jackson Wink's not what they used to be. I mean, they have John Jones, but other than that, it's not like really, the killers aren't really coming from Jackson Wink anymore. But American Top Team, you literally have a plethora of fighters that you can train with over there that are literally the top tier fighters.
Mm-hmm.
If you put him in a gym like that, you're talking animal. So not to take anything away from his accomplishments before with SBG, but maybe, just maybe, it is time for a change. You know, at the beginning I didn't think so, but now thinking about it.
But my thing is if we're speaking in terms of maybe what messed Conor up, especially for this fight, I don't think it had to do with the camp or the team or even John Kavanaugh as an individual.
See, Kayanota's completely off. He says he's not a grappler. He needs to visit a camp that complements his strengths, which is striking.
I disagree.
What? You want to well-round yourself.
Yeah.
This is MMA.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
if you're already good in one area, why would you keep honing that one skill? Why wouldn't you
And by the way, American Top Team has a legit striking section over there. You see Paige Van Zandt? What do you think she's... She's there, for God's sakes. Very big striking section over there. All right, 516-522-0267.
Oh, God.
Give us a call.
Oh, super chat.
Oh, wait, hold on a second.
Jurassic's Edge.
Connor's movement is off. He needs to readopt his Ido Portal karate stance. Not this boxing stance. With his old stance he was sharper, more fluid, and it indicated more with his masterclass range.
Bring back touch butt. Bring back touch butt. I do miss that flowy Conor, you know, just coming out there using that reach.
He did it with
you know, I miss that shit. Or he would come in there like you just come in there and just keep you away. You know? Well, you see his hand. This here.
He kind of did it with the Poirier fight. He just didn't do
he
it as
didn't.
much. Yeah, he did.
He did this.
No, that's one shot. Jose.
Nate Diaz beat Khabib. Now I heard it all lol. Khabib has beaten guys that destroyed Nate. Diaz gets his ass kicked in almost every fight.
That was
but he has heart, man. He's got cardio and heart.
I guess if you're that much of a Diaz fan, you can entertain that conversation.
I like Nate.
But,
I like Nate. He's going to beat Khabib. Khabib don't want any part. You saw in the crowd? Khabib don't want any part of Nate.
Yeah. But I respect you if you're that loyal of a fan to think so.
All right. 516-522-0267. Hey, thank you for the donations and appreciate the likes as well over there. The new subscribers coming in. After we take a couple of phone calls, we got to let those puppies fly. 41,617. That is absolutely wonderful. Bruce Buffer will be on this show Wednesday night.
Yes, sir. Wednesday night.
Bruce Buffer.
832, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
Hey, what's up? This is Pulse.
What's up, Pulse?
Hey, Pulse.
Wonderful.
What's on your mind?
So, first of all, I want to give credit to Dustin Poirier because he fought the right fight that he was supposed to fight. You got to give him credit. He went out there. He really wanted this one because you could tell in the first fight that McGregor had him so pissed and totally threw him off of his game. And he just went in there calm and collected. And like you guys pointed out, Conor caught him with the left straight that actually stood him up in the first round. And he endured that and still came back and got the finish. So all credit to him. That being said, Conor's done, man.
Ooh, Moss. Oh, you.
Okay. Why do you think he's dumb?
Pulse, don't do it. Don't pick up the shovel.
I mean, Marvin Hagler once said, "It's hard to get up early in the morning and do road work when you're sleeping in satin sheets." Connor's rich now.
Oh, Conor has a response to Hagler.
Save yourself.
That's Conor's response. You're breaking up, man.
Am I?
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. You're good.
Okay, no, it's it is what it is. Connor's rich now. He's not a cage fighter no more. He's a liquor salesman. I hate to break it to you, but he's gonna go on like Ronda Rousey did. He's gonna go on a losing streak now.
Pulse, can I ask you a question? When was the last time you rooted for Conor McGregor?
Saturday night.
Yeah, you rooted for Conor over Poirier.
I did. I picked Conor. I picked Conor to win by first round knockout.
You picked him to win. Were you rooting for him?
I mean, that's like saying. I mean, like. Honestly, that's like saying, am I rooting for Kansas City or Tampa Bay? Neither. I'm not a fan of either. I really just want to see a good game.
Mm-hmm.
But no, of course I wasn't rooting for him, but I picked him to win.
All right. So my question now is, he lost and he got knocked out for the first time. He's never lost 2 in a row. Okay, he's never lost 2 in a row. So him getting knocked out here gave you all the evidence that he is done because he got knocked out in his fight. 1 loss. That's it. It's over.
Well, that's. I mean, I can't really count beating Donald Cerrone a few months back. I can't even really count that as a real fight. We didn't see anything. I mean, you knew that was going to happen. We knew. I'm sorry, NH, but you knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
They brought Cowboy in there to be a heavy bag. That's it.
Old man Cerrone.
I tell you what, though, if Conor McGregor was on his way out, he wouldn't have finished him that quick. I mean, even though Cowboy's on his last legs, the way Conor finished him, that's not a man on his downcline. No?
When you get rattled from shoulder slugs, come on, man. That's Cerrone.
He broke his nose. He broke his nose with his shoulder.
No, I know, but he tried the same thing to Dustin. Dustin gave him one back. You can't. I mean, it just is what it is. We saw nothing from. Yeah, okay. He hasn't lost 2 straight, but this is the first time, if I'm not mistaken, he's actually given a past opponent a rematch.
Mm-hmm.
So that doesn't bode well for him if he wants to have a trilogy with Poirier or Nate. And if you think about the guys upcoming in the division, all of them are dangerous fights for the Conor we just saw last. That's the last we saw of Conor was Saturday night. You can name a guy like Alex Hernandez, that kid that everybody hates. Mm-hmm. That's a dangerous fight for Conor, the version of Conor we see now.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question. Were you on Max Holloway's side when he fought Calvin Kattar?
I pick Holloway.
Okay. Now, were you nervous, though, thinking that he might be on his way out?
Who, Max?
Yeah.
No, not at all. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, Max has won his last 3 fights. He beat that Aussie Hobbit twice.
Okay. So, all right, we're good there. I had to make sure. I had to test you because that...
Wait, you think he beat Volkanovski in the first fight, too?
Yeah.
Well, there is an argument on that. I don't know if I agree with that, but the second one I agree with. But regardless, they were close fights. Okay. I just wanted to see. All right, so listen.
I'm just saying, there are no easy matchups at lightweight now. Name a fighter, any fighter you can think, if they book him against Beneil Dariush, that's a dangerous fight for Conor right now.
So, okay, now the argument of Conor competing with the top 155ers right now, I'm with you. Okay, you can make arguments there. Oliveira, very difficult. Dustin just knocked him out. Gaethje is always dangerous, right? Even Tony Ferguson, who was on a 2-fight losing streak, he's a wounded dog right now. He may be problematic, right? So, yeah, you could say the competition is very high for Conor. This might be the highest level of competition he's had. So you can say competitively, maybe matchups might not work, but to say he's on his way out, I don't see it. Like, he's 32 years old with not really much mileage on him. I think that he has to stay active here in order to show if he is or is not indeed on the downcline.
Unless they're going to bring back James Vick, there are no easy fights for him at 55. They're just
James Vick.
Another loss for
James Vick is coming back Saturday night.
Yeah, we'll be actually reacting to James Vick's fight on Saturday. XMMA on this channel. Hold on a second.
Wonderful.
The
wonderful.
GOAT, the Texecutioner, Isaac.
That guy is right. Diaz is the GOAT. He is P4P. He does jiu-jitsu. Khabib has no chance. Cowboy Cerrone is the second GOAT.
Thank you, Isaac. Thank you. All right. Anything else, Pulse?
Yeah, I just wanted to quickly bring up what I was also right on, man. Chandler.
Okay.
How about him?
Beautiful. I'm all in, man. That was amazing. I loved it.
Yeah, man. Like I donated during the fight. I said, if you're gonna have the same nickname as Mike Tyson, better have a left hook, and he delivered on that.
He sure did.
Basically retired the guy. And then lastly, I don't know what people are tripping over in the Hebos fight. Dean saved her life. And you notice how she didn't complain after the stoppage because he saved her life.
I think people were up in arms. Was this the one where he stopped it early and then he?
Yeah, he stepped in, but he didn't quite stop it.
Yeah, I think people were more up in arms. Not the fact that he stopped the fight, but the fact that he stepped in and it appeared as if he was stopping the fight.
He stopped it twice,
and then he continued the fight and then stopped it again. So I think that's what people are more upset about. I don't think it's the fact that he stopped the fight.
Yeah, did you see the first?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like she was fucked up, and Herb Dean looked like he was going to step in. He literally like got between the girls, and Rodriguez started walking off, and Herb Dean's like, "No, it's not over." So then Rodriguez is like, "Oh, okay, I'll knock her out again," and that's what she did. Hold on a second. CBD. Roberto. There he is, the GOAT. Nate Diaz. From Mustafa.
It helps with healing process and inflammation and stuff like that. So you want to
make a bad place
before or after the fight training and make your life a better place.
McGregor needs to go back to Town Square in Ireland and get that thirst back. Go live and train there. No distractions.
Yeah, he should, and he should become a plumber again too. He should get back into plumbing, making minimum wage. Like, go back to his roots. Thank you, Roberto, man. Appreciate that. All right, Pulse. Anything else on the Hebus?
Yeah, lastly, I swear, it's you know what, I told him totally flaming. I forgot what I was gonna say. Have a good night, y'all. Connor's lost it.
All right, thank you, Pulse. Pulse is a very big Conor supporter from the past. All right, what do you think? Listen, I'm sure a lot of people are going to say it. Usually when something happens, a finish, and your boy looks like this, automatically it's over. We get that all the time. That MMA fans are.
I don't think Pulse actually believes that. I think he was trying to see if he could get a rise out of you. I think that's what was going on.
Listen, it's over, man.
You could tell by the way, like, he was like trying to justify his answers and stuff like that. I think
like this.
He doesn't believe what he's saying. Yeah, I think he was just trying to see if he could get a reaction out of you.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough, man. Like, listen, I'm not happy that he lost, but at the same time, like I said, he could lose every fight. We got to see the rise. We got to see the double champ thing. We got to see him avenge his loss with Nate Diaz. That was fun, man. That whole ride was great. I was in the building for 2 of his fights. 1 loss, 1 win. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the fucking movie. The movie wasn't that great, to be honest. I think the movie could have been better. But here's the deal. If Conor McGregor can bounce back from this, right? If he can put it together and bounce back from this situation, and he does indeed fight 3 or 4 more times, which would be crazy, the second movie... Oh, that's going to be wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
516-522-0267. Give us a call. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the McGregor versus, the Poirier versus McGregor fight as McGregor gets humbled quickly. We discussed in depth in the beginning of the show my theories. And listen, everyone was saying motivated McGregor, including myself, right? Yeah. I was saying motivated McGregor, the whole deal.
Yeah.
But now we have to take a step back. It's not motivated McGregor. A child-free McGregor.
Get the fuck out of here with your stupid excuses. Game bread.
Look at Conor's Instagram. All he is doing is promoting Proper 12 all the time. Then look at Khabib's live story on Instagram. That man trains and spars every day. MMA is a lifestyle, not a 6-week training camp. Khabib is way ahead of Conor now.
No, what are we talking about Khabib for? Look at Conor. What are you talking about?
Rebuilding.
Look what he's doing here. Look at me. I'm digging sand. Look at me and me boxers digging sand with Junior. Look, he's already making a mistake. He's hanging out with Junior over here. You should get that kid out of your life, man. Look at me digging the sand. You don't see, I'm digging a grave for Khabib. God, you guys are so up Khabib's ass. 516-522-0267. Family-free McGregor's the GOAT. Can't drag his whole family around.
He doesn't. He just drags his son.
Fucking prancing his family around there. He's getting ready for war.
It's just his son. He doesn't even drag his whole
fucking
family.
family's just like his kids are hanging all over him. This guy's trying to prepare for battle. What are we doing here? Complete misplay. McGregor will be back. See? Watch your son. I'm digging me grave for Khabib. By the way, his response in the press conference to Khabib, I thought was fucking beautiful. Why don't you do it to me? Let's see you do it to me with the whole leg kick thing and everything like that. I fucking love it. I love the fact that he literally got his ass beat. He got his ass beat, and he sat there, shoulders broad, sitting at the press conference, no crying like Dustin Poirier. You know, my man, no crying like Khabib, Jesse. This man doesn't shed a tear. This man doesn't cry. Even when he gets finished, sits there, shoulders back. A true fighter.
I know, call you live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
Hey, it's Good Luck.
What's up, Good Luck?
Hey, Good Luck. How you doing?
Oh, pretty good, all things considered.
Yes.
I got the first 8 fights right, and then I got the last 3 fights wrong, but I was happy with the outcome, so it was a win-win. But
nice.
Yeah. So I got a question.
Yes.
Well, last time I called in was when I had talked about Oliveira, and I talked about him. I think he should be in the Hall of Fame for how many submissions he has. He's beaten. This is before the last fight, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he tools Tony, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now I think it's going to be him versus Dustin. It's going to be Conor versus Tony. And then Chandler versus the other guy.
So you're saying Chandler Gaethje, Conor Tony, Oliveira Dustin. I like Oliveira.
Not bad.
Those are the only fights that make sense if you think about it.
Hold on. I do want to hear your thought. We got an IZZY donation.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah.
I still need to see Khabib versus Conor too. How many times Conor loses. All Conor needs to do is fight and beat Islam, then I promise you Khabib will come back.
Listen, it's kind of like the Tony Ferguson versus Khabib train. I think the ship has kind of sailed for me. Would I like to see Conor rattle off a bunch of wins and be like, come back to the game? Like, I would love to see that. That sounds like a whole fairy tale ending.
I honestly think he can beat Tony. I think he can. That's an easy win for him.
Oh yeah, listen.
But
I mean,
Tony doesn't give leg kicks, and Conor's gotten way better at the ground game. If they were to give Tony to Conor like 3 years ago, Tony would have beat him.
Mm-hmm.
But Conor's ground game has gotten so much better that he can handle Tony. He just can't handle a Gaethje, a Chandler. He could beat a hooker.
He's already
right? He could beat a few hookers.
Yeah, he done it in his personal life, and he could do it in the cage too, for sure. He could do it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Conor can beat Tony at this stage of the game. I think you're right. If it was back maybe a couple of years ago, it would have been a little bit of a tougher fight for him.
There's a problem though.
What?
Money.
Wait, no. Tony brings.
He doesn't bring money.
But he has a fan base.
And you have too much to lose to fight a Ferguson. You know what I'm saying? You have a wounded dog.
I don't think so. I think Conor would beat Ferguson.
Yeah, but I understand you think that.
I think Ferguson's past his prime, and he's taken too many beatings. Every battle he's been in has been a fucking beating.
I agree.
That would land. Who was that one guy he fought that was like, instead of Khabib, he fought that one guy on short notice and almost lost, but he won?
Yeah. So
I forget who was that.
I feel like you lose to Ferguson on a guy that's on a 2-fight losing streak. It doesn't. There's no real upside. You know what I'm saying? Like these are like.
He probably won't take the fight.
Yeah, and I think he beats Ferguson too. I really do. But who knows? Ferguson's still Tony Ferguson.
Who do you think he fights next then? Because they're not going to give him Poirier.
Well, listen. Don't never say never with that. But I do think Diaz.
What, Poirier Ferguson?
No, Poirier McGregor 3.
No,
maybe in September, but
Yes.
Conor wants to fight soon.
Yes,
So,
exactly. The
Nate
trilogy will
Diaz.
happen, but it's not going to be the next fight.
I like Nate Diaz trilogy. I like the back-to-back trilogy party. I like Nate Diaz trilogy if he can somehow win that fight, which is not a layup either. But Nate's on a little long layoff too. So
Conor wants to fight by April. You think they're actually going to get the Nate Diaz and Conor McGregor contract signed by then?
I do.
I believe Conor will fight by April, but I don't know if it's going to be Nate Diaz, guys.
I say May.
I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be Diaz.
Why?
It goes back to what I was saying in the beginning. I don't know if it's a good lineup to put him in position for a title. It just doesn't make any sense for a title.
I think Conor is over the title. He knows he's not going to get a title unless, I don't know, unless if he beats Nate Diaz, he can get back to Dustin Poirier, and by then, if Dustin Poirier beats Oliveira, then there's a chance that all of a sudden it's for the title against Dustin if he beats Nate.
Yeah,
right? But
exactly. I think that might be the best bet, unless the UFC's like, fuck it, let's just run it back, man. Conor begged for the rematch with Nate.
If they do that, you know how many people I would lose so much respect for the company that I've watched for 15 years.
Yeah, if they put together Conor.
They've already pampered Conor enough, and I love Conor, and I was watching him in Cage Warriors. I loved him, and then he became a dick, and then I hated him, and now I love him again.
Yeah,
and my first name is Gregor. So
there you go. Listen, I understand it. It is not fair. It really is not fair for the rematch. But the UFC has ways of saying, well, they're 1-1, knockout. Now we do it for the belts. You know, like they're gonna the trilogy fight. Like they're gonna have this bizarro logic on why they should do this. And fans would eat it up. You know, the casuals would be all over it. They get a gazillion pay-per-view buys. And even the people that don't like it will still watch it. And I think that's what the UFC, I don't think they give a fuck what we all think. I think it's about the money, to be honest. I'm hoping you're right, though. I hope that they do go a Nate Diaz route because that makes a little bit more sense. It's still a...
Well, I think they do care about the money. And if you look at it, they look about countries, right? America and, sure, Conor brings the money, but, Brazil needs a champion, and Oliveira would be another Brazilian champion. I think he has a good chance to beat Poirier.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, 100%.
And this is something else to take into consideration. Dustin Poirier saying at the press conference that he would definitely give Conor McGregor an immediate rematch, right? And I think the reason why Dustin's saying this is two of them. One, he beat him in the second round. He knocked him the fuck out. He feels that he knows he can annihilate this man again, and he will get a hefty-ass paycheck along with the belt. So it's an easy path to the belt for him. He gets a big paycheck. It's a win-win all over the place. I could see Dustin Poirier holding out and saying, fuck it, I'll do Conor again. I could see that happening over here. So let's see. It all depends.
They might do Conor. They might skip that. They might do Conor Poirier not for the belt, and then just go Chandler Oliveira for the belt.
See, now that it depends on how difficult Poirier is, because he was difficult.
Chandler's getting paid a shit ton of money to not fight for a belt.
Yeah, I see that route. I think is a little more tricky. Oliveira, Chandler for the belt. I mean, I understand they could market Oliveira. The guy is deserving of a title shot, and Chandler, fantastic win.
But Chandler's not ready for a title shot.
Yeah, beating Dan Hooker, and then just.
I don't think Chandler deserves a title shot, but Oliveira, he's number one. They're going to give him the title shot next. So who's he going to fight?
Mm-hmm. Gaethje.
Well, that's who they want him to fight in the spring.
I think Gaethje Oliveira is inevitable.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't even. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think Oliveira's going to win that one.
Very possible. Yeah, considering Gaethje's...
By mounted triangle.
Yeah.
After seeing what Khabib did to Gaethje on the ground, there's no way Gaethje stands a chance against Oliveira.
Gaethje don't want to play with that game anymore. He don't want to play. But then again, Gaethje's got fire in his hands. You know, he's very deadly with those hands.
Oliveira's hands have gotten hot the last few years, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Oliveira's striking is better, for sure.
Something happened when he, I don't know, when he took the time off. I think he got injured. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but he got injured, came back, and then when he lit up Kevin Lee, that was surprising. And then he, so I don't know.
Yeah, Oliveira's a player, for sure. Oliveira, I definitely want to see him in the mix, for sure. We'll see what happens here, man. There's so many options that they can make. There's so many money grabs. There's this vacated belt thing. At least we have answers now. It seems like Khabib is out. So now we can play matchmaking and figure out where the hell this thing's going to go. It all comes down to how quick is Dustin Poirier going to turn it around, and what is Conor going to do? Is he coming back quick? Is he gonna say, no, I want this fight and try to pressure the UFC? Is Nate Diaz going to be ready? These are the things that have to fall into place.
Yeah, I think Oliveira needs to get Rosetta Stone, and then they might promote him a little more.
Yeah, English would help, but he's trying. He is trying.
Is he?
Yeah, I've seen him on interviews where he speaks a couple of words here and there, just like Figueiredo too.
Okay.
Yeah, they're trying, and I got to give him credit for that. Hey, man, thank you for the call.
Yeah, man. Have a good night, guys, and congratulations and good luck with everything.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Nice guy. Very nice. Very nice man. Yeah. Here we go, Kiwi. Yeah.
Come on, get loud, MMA-Holes in the crowd.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, get loud, MMA-Holes in the crowd.
Yo, Kiwi's going crazy tonight.
MMA-Holes in the crowd.
Yeah.
MMA-Holes in the crowd. MMA-Holes in the crowd.
Kiwi.
MOS, you are right. Conor knows it too. He has done for years. That's why he is out raping any cunt he can.
He's a daddy. He's a family man now. No more raping the cunts. He's a family man. Look, he's digging. He's digging. Look at me, sand.
You will never have Conor or Khabib fight in the Apex. It will be Abu Dhabi. So you have to wait till summer at a last. Conor needs a layup fight. Do not fight Justin.
Okay, so Justin's no good, you're saying. And wow, I mean, it's crazy how people are still throwing Khabib into this situation. They won't let the guy retire.
Wonderful.
Roberto.
Maybe McGregor needs to spend time in Somalia to get his hunger back. Literally lol, instead of crossing in his multi-million-dollar yacht.
Doesn't help, yeah. When you don't look good in a fight and here you are rocking the yacht and the whole lead up was, I mean, he seemed like he was in the zone, but in hindsight, looking back and I don't know, man. I'm thinking about all these interviews where the kids are fucking throwing things and hanging out and hanging off of him, and he's rocking the beautiful watch that he bought. You're not hungry when you're buying that $1.3 million watch, right?
Did you see the meme?
Oh yeah, Kainoda. Yeah, Kainoda put a picture of the watch.
watch.
Hold on, where's the picture?
It's probably you're not gonna find it.
How do I find users? Right.
I mean, good luck finding it. That was like.
That actually was pretty funny. Okay. This website's going through some changes. It's turning into a woman soon, so it's gonna look different. Yeah, fuck this. I'm not gonna wait for this shit. But yeah, the MMAHoles.com. Go check it out. Okay. Let's open the phone lines. 516-522-0267. Hey, give us a call. Let's talk about the fights on Saturday night, man. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm having a fantastic time with you. As we do have like more news stories as well. Conor McGregor digging. And look, Conor McGregor's digging for himself.
No, we don't really have all the news stories or everything we covered already.
Here's Kaidodo. Look at that. He's digging.
Click his name.
He's digging a grave for himself. Look at that.
You can get to his profile from there.
Okay, thank you, Kaidodo. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's nice. I'm doing it. It's okay.
You can't move the mouse. Visit profile.
I'm good. I got this. There he is. He's digging.
Boxing stance. Conor KO's Floyd.
I love it, man. I love even when the motivated McGregor thing came up, it's just so funny, man. I think Conor fans get it, but the anti-Conor fans do not get the jokes. It's like when the Artem Lobov shit went out there. At least Conor's good, but
561, you're live with the MMA Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
Wow, East Coast, West Coast.
Hell yeah.
Welcome back, guys. Oh my God.
Thank you. Who is this?
Clocks.
Oh, hey, Clocks.
Oh, what's up,
welcome
Clocks?
back to you.
Thank you.
How's it going?
So just a couple of questions. First of all, Chris, I know that they said that Conor was guaranteed $5 for the fight.
Wait,
and
hold on, Clocks.
Poirier was $1 million.
Yeah, hold on one second. Clocks, hold on 1 second.
All Conor needs to do is fight one of Khabib's boys. There is 1,000 of them. He wins. Khabib is back to avenger his boys. We are backing business, baby.
Thank you, Xbox 407. Appreciate that. Yeah, people want to see it. Okay, sorry, back to Clocks.
Yeah, just guys, I'm just curious. Did you is there final numbers on exactly what they pulled from that fight?
Oh, yeah.
Let me check real quick. Hold on.
I did see someone release
Thanks.
something saying that Conor made altogether with pay-per-view buys like $25 million.
Let me see. The UFC 257 historic pay-per-view buys announced. Let's see. According to Essentially Sports,
I think he made $3 million, but then with pay-per-view buys, they're saying he made like $25 million. That's
1.6 million pay-per-view buys, which would make it the second highest selling UFC pay-per-view of all time.
Okay. So that puts his purse, what Chris just said, about $23.
So wait, hold on a second. So wait, it was 1.6 million?
What did I say? 1.6
Pay-per-view buys?
1.7, something like that.
And how much was the Conor Khabib one? Was that?
It was $59. Well, that's what it was here in New York.
The overall. Hold on
Here
a
we
second.
go.
Jesse's looking.
Oh no, Conor Khabib had to be a hell of a lot more than that.
Yeah.
I think it was 2 point something.
So for this, it says overall payout, Conor made 3.04 million, but that's not including the pay-per-view points.
Yeah, 3.4 million was the purse.
Yeah.
And then the pay-per-view buys and the whole deal. They're saying in the chat he made like $5 million.
Yeah, I would say with pay-per-view points, he probably made upwards of $5 million.
And that's not counting all the other bullshit that was.
Wait a minute, with the pay-per-view point, you're saying he only made $5 million?
Yeah, I heard.
Someone said 23 million.
I read a story where they said when
20. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. You both talking right now. Can you just tell me what was it? What do you think he took home? Is it 23 million or 5 million?
All right, so
I read that it was 5 million guaranteed plus the points.
Yes. So what I read was he made like 20. I thought it was 25 million, but maybe it's 23 million. I don't know. That's all together. That's like everything in a nutshell all together. The pay-per-view buys, his purse, whatever else they threw in the mix. He made 25 million. I don't know exactly what it is. According to this, the purse was $3 million. And
plus pay-per-view points.
Whatever the other stuff thrown in there. So the only thing we know for sure is he made $3 million on the purse.
Okay. One other thing, guys. Let's just say, listen, I'm like Chris. I think Conor is great for the game. I think he's one of the top 3 145ers of all time. I think that Dustin has been tremendous at 155. I've been kind of away from the whole game due to like just a lot of the personal bullshit that's going on in the world today. But forget about that stuff. The bottom line is that Dana White always wants to be a revolutionary as far as when it comes to sports and just the economics of what's going on. Just curiosity. I have no interest to see a Diaz trilogy. I know you guys will buy it. You guys will buy anything. This is what you do. And I know a lot of you chat, even the like Sean Hart and I heard what's his name, Drunk Savage for the first time. Hey, how are you, buddy? Because I haven't been on in a while. But the bottom line is, I have a question for you. Is there any chance in the world, let's just say for argument's sake, Conor actually wins 2 big fights. Throw him, I don't care what you're going to throw him in at 155 because everybody is really, really good at 155. But let's just say he really, because I think it's all bullshit, that he wants to fight 7 times in 18 months. And a matter of fact, when I gave you that chat the other day when I first came on was it Fight Night or maybe the Fuqua Friday, whatever it was, that when I first came back, they basically said, he basically was talking about that, he wants to fight. And I said, anybody who wants to believe in that he's going to fight 7 times in 18 months or that he could actually even think about standing with Pacquiao, I know 10% of what your chat knows about UFC. And matter of fact, Jesse knows 300% more than what I know about UFC. I'm the first one to admit it, guys. I just enjoy the big fights. I don't know half the names that you guys know. I didn't know who Michael Chandler was, and he fucked me on Saturday night. But that's okay, because I won with Dustin. But, I had the wrong pick with Chandler, with Hooker. But to me, is there ever a chance in the world that if he won 2 big fights, let's say Conor, you pick any 2 guys, Tony Ferguson, pick it whoever you want, I don't care. Is there any chance in the world that Dana would ever say, it's up to the fighters, whatever they want to do. And if Conor since these guys have more money than God between Conor and Khabib, and I don't think he has a shot in hell at Khabib, and I'm going way out there, guys. It's all hypothetical. I'm just asking a question. I know these guys have multiple businesses on the side. If Dana wanted to propose, hey guys, how about 80-20 winner purse? 80-20. So if you're going to generate a $400 million gate, let's just say for God that this fucking god awful virus goes away.
Yeah, what's
and
the question?
pay-per-views go back
Hold on,
to
Clock.
$400 and they get 4 million views at $100. It's 400 million total. And they say, you know what? 80% to the winner, that's 320 million, and 80 million to the loser. I know that I would watch that fight then. Like, I would actually buy that fight.
Okay,
Because
can you
other than
explain
that,
it?
I just have no interest in it.
All right, so I'm trying to there was a lot of information you threw into my head. My head can't fit. I have a big head, but it doesn't fit
No,
that
all
much.
I'm trying to say, Chris, is there ever a chance in the world that the UFC could actually do, like when you have two guys that don't need the money like Khabib and Conor does, but I know they want to make as much money as they can.
Yeah.
I understand that. But can you ever think that Dana would ever say, hey, you guys want to do close to a winner-take-all type of bout? I mean, can you imagine if he wants to bring UFC...
Okay,
I'm
see
sorry,
what you're
go
saying.
ahead.
I got what you're saying. So you're saying match two guys up, everything on the line, a loser gets nothing. Is that what you're saying? Or small percentage?
It could be 80-20.
Okay.
Chris, whatever you decide. In other words, I know it takes money to run a camp and go to training and all that other stuff. But something along the lines, if there's no A side and B side, there was with Floyd and Conor, where Floyd got 300 million and Conor got 100. Just, you know what? If Conor really wanted it, like let's just say for argument's sake, he just won the next two fights. Think in your head who you want him to be. Let's say they fought him with Tony, with Ferguson, and somebody else. And again, I don't know half the names that are in there. I think Justin Gagey would retire him forever. But let's just forget that's immaterial. Let's just say that he wins the next two fights, and all of a sudden Khabib wakes up and says, "You know what? I want to fight again." I watched this interview where he basically was with the Dana looking at new prospects, and he was like saying, "I'm jonesing to get back in there. I love this stuff." So I'm just saying, if you really want to go to the forefront, and if Conor really just wants to win, will Conor ever take something like that?
Okay, so I kind of get what you're saying here. Now, you bring up a good point. In order to get Khabib back, you really want to get this rivalry going, right? So say Conor rattles off a couple of wins, and then all of a sudden, Conor's looking good again, right?
My answer would be no. They would not do an 80-20 thing.
No, but hold on a second. If you want to really tickle Khabib and get him going here, not only does he go for 30-0, but he can go for 80% of the profit.
No.
He could go for 80.
I don't see that happening.
That is more on the line,
Hold on, Jess, do you see Khabib not doing that because he's not interested in the money? Is that what you're saying?
That's for starters. Khabib is more interested in his legacy than he doesn't need the money. And I just don't
But Jess, that's why I think it works. Because both of these guys don't need the money. So everybody that's tuning in is going to know that if Conor can rattle off a couple of wins, okay, and they do get a second fight with Khabib and Conor, that they know we got two guys coming in the best shape of their lives. But let's just say all the bullshit about fixing fights and betting on the other guy and all. Let's throw this whole. Let's just say everything is honest and upright. If they just said two guys that don't need the money are fighting for a $400 million pot, because you know that even the casuals of casuals are going to tune into that. Wouldn't that be something that everybody would want to see?
It would be another selling point, but I would use that more for unknown fighters. Like trying to sell a fight to two guys that are not as relevant as a Conor McGregor. You don't need to do those knickknacks and those novelties with guys like Khabib and Conor McGregor. They already hold the highest pay-per-view, So you would have to do it with
guys. But on the opposite side of that, Chris, you also got two guys who don't need the money like average guys. So if they really wanted to beat the living shit out of each other, let them fight for the whole thing.
Yeah, if you're really trying to entice Khabib to come back and be like, hey, not only do you get to beat his ass, not only do you get to go 30-0, but you also get to take way more money than he's going to make and just really stick it to the guy. I get what you're saying there. I just feel it's a little far-fetched.
All right, boys.
All right, thank you, man.
I understand wanting to look for some kind of incentive to get them to fight, but I just don't think that's the way to do it.
I think the reason why there was a long build-up is because he understands it's far-fetched too.
Yeah.
So what he was trying to do is explain every scenario so we can say, okay, well these are my reasons why.
Yeah.
And I get it, but at the same time, it didn't work. So you look at the Khabib versus McGregor.
I got the numbers. So according to reports, McGregor will make $10 million maximum purse if the pay-per-view sales stay strong on the event date. Dustin Poirier will be second best paid fighter, and he will make a maximum of $1.5 million, including pay-per-view share money.
Okay, so that 23 million was a load of shit then.
Yeah, right. According to reports here, and this is based off of Sports KZ.
So
McGregor will make $10 million, and Poirier is lobbied to make $1.5 million.
all right, so McGregor made 10 million. There's no doubt, because if you look at the pay-per-view over here, it 1,600,000, tying Diaz McGregor too. So how about that, man? Now, Khabib McGregor, if you were to make this fight here, which is our highest viewed video ever, Khabib McGregor on this channel, I mean, easily the highest, you got to think 2,400,000 pay-per-view buys could get crushed. That's kind of wild, man. That really is wild. But look at this. I mean, the proof is in the pudding here. You just see old McGregor.
Yeah.
It's fucking nuts.
He is the selling point.
Like, the dude just has to show up. He legit just has to fucking show up. It's so crazy.
Yep.
McGregor. I mean, it's crazy. McGregor. Dude, that's nuts, man. And that is why people hate him.
Wonderful.
Vlad.
I don't think Conor is done. A lot of people point to because of how rich he is it's caused his decline. I don't think that's the case. If true fighters like Floyd and Canelo would have been done ages ago since they have generation wealth. Subclocks.
That's not a bad point. I kind of...
He's 32 years old, for God's sakes. And without as much mileage as a normal 32-year-old super active MMA fighter. Here's another thing, too. Conor was extremely active in the beginning. When he came into the UFC, he hit the ground running. The dude was fighting like 4 times a year, would take any fight, didn't give a fuck, just keep going. If he can get into that mentality again, and yes, he is older, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult to stay healthy. But if he can get into a rhythm and say there's only 4 more fights or 3 more fights, bang him out. Get in there, bang him out, and see if he can fight lesser opponents and work his way back up. And who knows? The sky's the limit. We'll see. I'm interested to see what happens with Conor McGregor. Hopefully the fire's still there. Kainoto.
Roberto, Conor can go to Harlem and train for 6 years in that gym Apollo 2 Rocky 2. It ain't gonna help him worth shit.
Yeah, I don't... listen. Conor doesn't need to switch gyms. It's stupid.
Super chat.
Hi, Fallen Dark.
Conor is still Conor needs Pacquiao or Nate.
The
Pacquiao thing is not going to happen for a while.
I don't even know if it is going to happen now. Although I could see Conor saying, hey, I don't want to be leg kicked anymore. I'm running to boxing. I could see it. And I hope that doesn't happen. I hope he just sticks with MMA. Does boxing at the very, very end, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what would you think? Do you think Pacquiao Conor's the thing?
I said it's not going to happen for a while.
Yeah. All right, let's see. We got a couple more donations. Then we'll open up those phone lines again. Listen, it's an interesting show tonight. Saturday was an interesting night.
Super chat.
Khabib is a free agent and is going to play soccer.
That's true. He said it on his Instagram. Conor's digging holes and Khabib is playing soccer. Hold on.
Well, and he's got his fight promotion going on.
Oh, this is hysterical, by the way. So Khabib is not all about money. Hey, here's Khabib's last Instagram post.
Well, he still has to make a living.
Wonderful.
This is Khabib's not about money. He's about legacy.
That's not really.
Hey,
a good
here's
jab.
him doing a fucking
That's not
social
a good jab.
media post
he was
for
saying no
company.
amount of money would bring him back to fight.
Listen,
Conor.
there's always a number. The problem is Conor lost, so now that ship has sailed. So Dana White's got to be crafty, and that's why he looked all pissed off. Hey, buy this phone. Here's Khabib playing soccer too. There he is. He's with the boys. I'm about legacy. Buy me phone.
That's not even with fighting.
It's called the Legacy Line.
Wonderful.
Money will not bring Khabib back. He is just as rich as Conor, just more motivated. The key to Khabib versus Conor 2 is Islam Makhachev. It's that simple.
It's interesting that a lot of people keep saying that.
Yeah, a lot of people think the Islam
Makhachev?
fight. Yeah, if he beats up his buddy, they'll bring Khabib back. Like avenge his buddy's death.
Do you think that would invoke the shit talking Conor again? I beat up your guy kind of thing?
Yes. Yeah, I think that could bring it back. I also think Nate could bring a little bit of it back as well.
Oh, Nate can definitely bring back the shit talk for sure.
Okay.
But that has to happen. 202, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
Alexander.
What's up, Alexander?
I'm really excited to talk to you guys, especially Maz, because I am an enormous Conor McGregor fan.
All right, hold on a second.
I was like, what am I, chopped liver?
Hold on, we're celebrating. We're celebrating.
Ole, ole.
Yeah, baby. All right, what do we got?
Yeah, so got the pay-per-view. Was a little bummed that they raised the price, but it was worth it. Chandler fight was amazing. And then obviously the main event Conor versus Dustin Poirier. I thought he did all right in the first round. I was surprised he didn't try to keep the distance with the, whatever you call it, like the front kick to the stomach. Then, round 2 comes around, I could tell his leg was just completely shot, and Poirier realized he hurt him, and then he just laid it on, and I almost fell out of my chair, man. It was insane.
Yes, it was a tough moment for us. Listen, I was on Twitter and I was trying to, pick up the fallen Conor fans out there. There were a lot of people upset. There were a lot of wounded warriors, but we're going to bounce back as a group.
Yeah, we will. We will. I mean, I saw the memes, and, I stand with Derek Brunson. He made a tweet, and he said, all these people that make fun of a fighter after they get knocked out, like, if you're not willing to say it to their face, then just shut up and delete it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, listen, it's going to be interesting. I'm curious. I wish I was in the Conor household, and all these memes are popping up. What do you think Conor's doing? Do you think he's like laughing at this, like, holy shit, look at this? Or is he pissed off? Like,
no,
what's
I don't think
going
he's pissed off. It's Conor McGregor. I don't think he cares.
Wonderful.
The internet always wins.
I wonder what CAMZAT would have done to Conor. One punch coach lol.
I don't want. Listen, we all know KHAMZAT is a big boy. He's a big boy.
Yeah, and all these people saying, the competition right now is just better than Conor. He had his time. I completely disagree with that. I just think that, Conor went out there and he boxed. He didn't really use his MMA arsenal that's needed to be the guy that's as well-rounded as Dustin Poirier.
Mm-hmm.
And, when you saw Conor come out against Eddie Alvarez, against Chad Mendez, he just had that killer instinct. He had that look on his face, and I didn't see it on Saturday.
Yeah, there's a lot of excuses we could make, and there's a lot of conclusions we can come to here with all the money he's making now. I did the whole family bit before. There's a lot of things. The time off, the layoff, a lot of excuses. But the question is, if he does come back, what the hell, Conor, are we going to see? I have no idea. I have no clue what to expect, to be honest. Usually I can try to predict, what's going to happen in these fights. That ship has sailed. I have no idea what Conor's coming in.
I don't know. And my question is, who do you guys think is the hardest puncher at 155 right now?
The hardest puncher?
I'm going Gaethje.
Yeah, Gaethje's got to be it.
Gaethje?
Yeah, the way Gaethje hit Khabib, and Khabib even said it. He's never been hit like Gaethje. Like, Gaethje hit him pretty hard. Although Conor's lightning left did hit
Conor
Poirier.
does not hit harder than Gaethje.
And Poirier did see stars.
Get off Conor's ass, man.
Self-admitted Poirier's seen stars, so he felt the left.
Yeah, I would say Gaethje, and then Conor. But I don't know. I don't think even if Khabib did come back, I don't think anyone has the key to beat him, because everyone was saying Gaethje, he's got the wrestling background. That's going to be the guy. And then he made quick work of him.
Mm-hmm. Listen, it's going to be interesting. 155, I am very interested. With Khabib leaving, it makes it, it evens the playing field. It's like what happened at 125. Henry Cejudo, Mighty Mouse, that's gone. And now all of a sudden 125 is fun. Same thing with 155.
Yeah, he tied it up, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. Now, but 155, at least we have legit names. We have people that we all know, and they're all very evenly matched up. So it's going to be fun to see what and now Michael Chandler injected into the mix. It's good stuff.
Yeah, I'm wondering who they're going to do for the belt. They could do Poirier and Chandler, but Poirier made clear that he does not want to fight Michael Chandler. And then I think Charlie Olives, I think he deserves his shot. He's been in the UFC for 10 years. He just secured some pretty impressive wins. I think they gotta give him his moment.
Hold on a second. We got a donation coming in, my friend. My good friend.
I've heard people claiming Wilder was done after he lost to Fury, which was the first loss of his career. But I say the same about Conor, and I'm trolling. Nah, he's really done. He's a trophy every fighter wants, but he doesn't have the fire that they do.
How do you handle this? These people that doubt our McGregor?
You know, I don't know. I mean, I think that there's just like a lot of people that were just waiting for him to lose, and they had those memes lined up, they had the comments lined up, and then they just unleashed, you know?
Mm-hmm. It's crazy. I got one more.
I don't really think it's about, you know, genuine belief. I think they just hate him.
Yeah. Listen, and that's what happens. You know, you got these polarizing figures, these athletes, these actors, whatever. You know, people like to throw shade, and Conor deserves a lot of the heat he gets because he's made a lot of mistakes. But now as a righteous man, he's a righteous man at a bad time right now because he's taking a complete beating.
Yeah, and this is just, I mean, this loss is different. It's different than the other ones because he got knocked out. Mm-hmm. You know, if Poirier had submitted him, you know, I would have been surprised, but not nearly as surprised as the knockout, for sure.
The knockout bums me out a little bit because of that whole trash talking aspect that I had. I had a little ace in a hole, Conor's grounded chin. That, you know, it bothers me a little bit, even though it was the leg kicks. So I'm not, you know, his chin's still good. It's okay in my book. But I'm actually glad that it wasn't a tired, like, strangling death again. Like, I don't think I'd want to see another one of those because it was kind of getting old, you know, him getting strangled and tired. So a little different finish, I'm okay with.
Oh, yeah. I agree. And, you know, I think another thing is that people don't give Conor, you know, all the Khabib fans, you know, everyone, they say, oh, you know, Khabib proved, you know, what a chicken Conor is. He beat him. Let's not forget that Conor went farther than pretty much anybody else did against Khabib except for Iaquinta.
That's right. See, preach. And the first person to steal around from this man, this cell phone salesman. Come on. What are we talking about here, right?
Yeah. His takedown defense is completely underrated.
Yes.
And, you know, I agree that I can't remember who it was that said this. I think it was Chael Sonnen. No one was more surprised that Dustin Poirier got that takedown in the first round than Dustin Poirier.
Mm. Yeah, that's right. Very surprised. When you take down a god like Conor McGregor, it's very surprising. All right.
Yeah.
Listen, we sucked his dick enough. I think we got to move on, man. I appreciate the call.
All right. Sounds good.
All right.
Talk to you later.
There he is. That's a good guy right there.
That was just you and him.
We had a bromance right there.
Playing butt buddies with Conor McGregor's poster in
We were
front
playing
of you.
touch butt.
Dustin fought a great fight.
He sure did.
Ole.
Wonderful.
He did fight a great fight. He did. By the way, that guy was Portal that just called up. That was actually
Portal?
Yeah, that was Portal that called up.
Portal?
Yeah. He lied about his name. That was Portal.
Portal.
Actually, that was Artem Lobov.
Unknown caller, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's name was on your mind?
I know I already talked about the situation.
Come on, Dustin! You know the rules!
Stop calling him Dustin. Why do you keep calling him Dustin? Jesus.
Wonderful.
Dustin.
I blame Dana for Conor's He should have let Conor fight in 2020, but he was scared of losing money. Well, guess what? You just lost out on the biggest payday with the Khabib rematch. Only Conor could bring Khabib back.
Yeah,
Conor
that's true.
versus Max to anyone?
It is true, man. And the caller said it before, Max Conor too. I don't know.
Wonderful.
I don't know right yet.
Are you people dumb? We are talking about Conor. He is still legit. Dustin is the second best after Khabib. Conor would still beat most guys. Khabib is just light years ahead of everyone else.
Stand up! Stand up, chat! We're not going anywhere. While this man is selling cell phones and Dustin Poirier crawls into the darkness after his win, we have a man that's digging dirt. Look at this, Jesse. Hold on a second. Oh, damn, it's frozen. Keep olaying. I'll be right with you. Look at this. Dig that dirt! Dig it! His leg was in American football.
Yes, sir.
516-522-0267. It's the knitter.
Knitter.
Hello, guys. How you doing? Hi, Jesse.
What's up, man?
How's it going?
Hey. My husband just called me a bitch.
Whoa. My God, that's... Call the police.
Oh, man, were those some fights or not? Man, Saturday night.
Yeah.
We're over at the casino at the sports bar.
All right, so tell me the reaction in the casino.
Oh.
Conor gets finished.
Yes, Liz. Oh, my God. I thought the whole place was going to come down.
Yeah, it probably was loud, right?
It was like, oh, it was loud. Anybody that put people were betting like crazy because we can do betting there now for the UFC. And I've seen some of the people, and a few people, yeah, anybody put the bet for Dustin, yeah, but there was quite a few. Most everybody in there was for Conor. And when that happened, wow, yeah.
It's a night a lot of people are going to remember for sure. I was in the building.
Yep.
UFC 196. Conor was supposed to beat Diaz. He gets choked out in the second round. The place went from olaying to just roaring in favor for Diaz. Like it was wild, man.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was great. And then Chandler and everybody's like, I couldn't believe that. Yeah, I was like, oh my God. The places went nuts again too on that.
Yeah, Chandler. What do you think? You think Michael Chandler's the real deal?
I don't know. We shall see. I mean, I picked Cooker and I picked Conor. I wanted Conor definitely to win. I'm a Conor fan. Definitely. He's still. Why do people think he's out of it? I agree with you. That night he just didn't seem like he was there.
Yeah. Listen, there's a lot of weird things about that night. A lot of strange things, but we can't make excuses, right? Dustin Poirier, fantastic win, leg kicks, the whole deal. Gets the job done. First person to knock him out. I mean, very good stuff.
Yep.
Who do you think does a better?
Totally different when you did for the Cowboy fight. That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Is a whole different person. A whole different person.
Right? Didn't it seem?
I mean, it's totally different. And I'm not taking away from Dustin. That was like beautiful. Even people, I was just like, oh my God. I mean, yeah. I'm not that. I didn't hate that he won. I thought it was great. And I didn't hate that Chandler won. But it's like you said. Doesn't mean I hate the USA. I like both. I have favorite fighters all over the place.
Mm-hmm. For
sure.
No,
Kevin's getting upset with me.
Who do you think does a better backflip off the top cage? I think Chandler versus Gaethje. Hold on a second.
Wonderful.
Marcus is donating.
I thought Conor was working on his wrestling. If Dustin can take you down with ease and hold you on the cage, what can Khabib do? Conor mouth needs to stop cause his fanboys believe everything he says.
Damn, he's upset, man. Thank you, Marcus. Appreciate it. He sounds upset, right? Sounds angry. Uncle Savage.
Love you, Nita. I wasn't here the whole time. What do you think about Conor calling for the rematch with Dustin to be for the belt? Also, Costa versus Whittaker is a thing. Thoughts?
Thoughts?
What do you think, Ann? Did you hear that?
Conor calling. That would be good. Yes, I would like to see that. I can see that. Yep.
There you go.
Yep. I can see that.
So there you go.
Happening, yes.
That's from Uncle Savage.
Uncle Whittaker. Yes.
Oh, nice.
I like Whittaker.
Very nice, Ann. And listen, I'm glad you're back at the casino watching these fights. That's good stuff.
I know. It was great. It was awesome. Matter of fact, nobody else could get in. It was only... We had to reserve, so anybody else wanted to get in the whole, but yeah, because of COVID, so you can't have as many, but everybody in there was all UFC.
Now, did you have to wear
It was great.
Did you have to wear the mask the whole time at the casino or in certain sections?
We come in, you have to have your mask on, you get checked with the temperature thing.
Up your butt, right?
And have it on, and you're in there, and once you get your drinks and stuff, you don't have to wear it, no. So if you need to go to another table, or you have to have hand sanitizer before you walk into, and then you need to go to the bathroom, you have to have it on. So you have to have it on the whole time.
By the way, I see in the chat
Except
Kiwi
when you're-
say what they stripping Izzy. Can you look that up real quick? Are they
You're lying.
Are they stripping him of the middleweight? I can't see that happening, but
No way. I can't see that. No, they can't do that. Really?
we're looking it up. I don't know. That might be fake news. But Kiwi would know. I mean, he's the Aussie insider. I don't think we see anything on that. So that's good. At least you had a good night watching the fights. Conor McGregor takes the L. Chandler gets the win. We got some interesting
there's
stuff.
nothing in here about them.
Fake news. Fake news. Fake news. Fake news.
Yeah, it was a great night for fights. It was fun. It was great. I loved it. Being back there, people around. Yeah, it was awesome. Conor fans, everybody, you know. It was a shock, you know. Hey, I was too. I was like, whoa. I just, okay, yeah. And Chandler winning? Nah, I didn't cry. It was fine. It was good.
Yeah, you're going Hangman,
my favorite
right?
fighter. He came from Bellator, you know. Hey, we shall see how he does.
What do you think about people
Been
saying
lucky.
he's the hardest hitter in the UFC now? Like, people are just, like, literally, it's crazy how people like the flashy new toy. You know? It's wild.
Yeah. This one, yeah, new in there. But like you said, a lot of times you gotta have some new blood, but we like, you know, the older blood too, and everybody keeps making fun of Cowboy and everything. Okay, guys, yeah. Okay, that's old news, guys. He didn't take the dive or anything like that, guys. Conor, hey, like I said, it's totally different. He looked totally different.
Yeah, he did.
Sam Cowboy and in this fight, but I'm not